Alright, what's up everybody? It's Lids, and we are back for some more Mass Effect RITE NITE. No, we're not going to combine Mass Effect and Pyre today. No, Pyre Community RITE NITE. Which means, of course, some good old-fashioned multiplayer Pyre, featuring first and foremost none other than the members of the RITE Club Discord server. The place for all things multiplayer Pyre. If you're interested in getting more involved in Pyre, of the multiplayer variety, then of course that is the link right there for you to follow. For those of you in chat, you are not off the hook, no, because you see the red circle with the white L below chat. You click on that, you'll find all the various requests that you can make today, including things ranging from selecting players' exiles, masteries, talismans, songs, arenas, even Titan stars are all fair game. So, without further ado, let's hop into versus mode here. We'll get things started, setting ourselves back to our defaults, and let me know, chat, if there is anyone who would like to begin with our first rites of the night. And some Tetris noob, thanks for the follow. Just getting started, so you are just in time. Let me get Steam Friends up and running here. There you are. Okay, and let me jump into said Discord server, which I have now done. So I'm ready to go. Oh, Lenore. She knows exactly what she did. She knows exactly what she just did. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, it was nice knowing you, Lenore. It was nice knowing you. But it's hummed! Lids! It's different, I swear! I swear, Lids! Don't do it! Honor, you gave me no choice. Let's see. How are we feeling, chat? How are we feeling, chat? What do we think? What do we think? I don't know. How merciful are we feeling? How merciful are we feeling? There we go. It was hummed. It was hummed, so we won't do a ban. But we will give her a timeout. You know what you did, Honor. You know what you did. Potato. Potato, don't make me do this to you too. Brawl and Burn. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, well. If this is how it's gonna be, then I'm afraid this is how it's gonna have to be. I'm afraid this is how it's gonna have to be, chat. It didn't have to be this way. I'm afraid some decisions were made. Some questionable decisions at that. Some of which they may have realized had that chance of backfiring just a bit. Just a bit. But alas, I will stand for none of this nonsense. None of this nonsense. Did we get to the part yet? For what's worth, we were streaming Transistor on Friday, but I don't remember if we got to the part where the song that will remain unnamed, where that played. Did we get to that part yet, or did we not? I don't recall. Cacao, did you still have a question? Were you perhaps wondering why we had a series of timeouts there? that let's just say, once upon a time, there was a stream or 2 or 3 in which we may have had non-stop song requests, after which a decision was made that enough was enough, so much so that we even held a civil war over it. The Falcon Forecast, some might call it. And that civil war was concluded, was resolved. And yet, to this day, there remains a group of people, of deviants, who continue to try to sow the seeds of discord, who try to resurface those tensions, when it seemed as though perhaps we had finally found peace. And so to those individuals I say, nay. Nay to your words of discord. You provocateurs. I will have none of it. Alright, beside all that, is there anyone who would like to jump in here and get things started today? I mean, maybe there were some people who were interested and available who may or may not have spoken the unspeakable word, and therefore currently find themselves in timeout. But you know what you did. So is there anyone else who would like to jump in here to get things started today? Any bold readers? Perhaps even a Commander Shepard in disguise. A hooded and cloaked figure. Never reveals their face. Never speaks a word. Just always written. So you never know for certain. Invite Potato and Brawl and Bird and see if they accept. Honestly, we could. Honestly, we could. The thing is, they can still hear us right now. They just can't type anything in chat. So, they know we're talking about them. They know we're talking about them. You know what? I'm intrigued. Let's see, are they on right now? I'm pretty sure Brawl and Bird just signed into Steam right as I was saying that. Hello, Arumi. How are you? How are you? Let's see. All right, invites have been sent to 2 of our 3 outcasts. Anora's back already. Wow. That was quick. That was quick. Oh, how the time flies. Reader, or should I say, deceiver. Well, apparently, we have gotten 2 of our deceivers in here. Brawl and Bird and Potato. Let's see. Theoretically, okay, yes. Let's see. Potato is theoretically player 1. Brawl and Bird is theoretically player 2. Except now someone has disconnected. Who tried to escape their sentence? Brawl and Bird tried to escape his sentence. How dare you? How dare you? First you commit the crime, and then you are unwilling to serve the time. How could you? How could you? Exactly, Corp. Exactly. You have the right idea. Exactly. Dare you tamper with forbidden knowledge? Brawl and Bird, let me tell you something. There is no escape. Brawl and Bird, no, he's back. He's back. He's returned from exile. Okay. I think there's only one way to do this, and that is to get... No, he's... You wouldn't. You wouldn't. Oh, Brawlenbert. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, how you tempt me. Don't make me do it, Brawlenbert. Don't make me up the ante. I invite him again. Oh, and it's Of course, it's just crashing. Lids, it's just crashing. I'm totally not just running away. Sure, that's what's happening. I totally believe you. I totally believe you, Brawlenbert. It's not like you were just deceiving us mere minutes ago. Surely, you would not be doing so again. Surely not. And Barrick's like, what did I miss? Hold on, what is happening right now? What's up, Cam? How are you all? Let's just say we have some deceivers in chat who've been caught in the act and have been trying to escape their punishment, their sentences. And we're not having it. We're not having it. They continue to try to deceive us, no less. Do not listen to what this Brawlenbert says. He cannot be trusted. He has deceived us once, nay, deceived us twice. And that is too much. You know, or we could get someone else in if Brawlenbert legitimately can't play. Okay. Third time's the charm. Brawlenbert, you wouldn't. I would legitimately ban you. You tempt me too much. You test my patience. I know, right, Arumi? He wouldn't. Surely he wouldn't. Exactly, Core. Exactly. I mean, oh, I was about to say this time it looked like it worked. And then... Brawlenbert, you leave me no choice. I'm sorry, I have no sympathy for you. You know what you did. You know what you did. You know exactly what you did. See you never. Guys, I'll be honest, I don't know how long 9,999 seconds is. Hold on, let's do some math here real quick. How long is 9,999 seconds? Okay. It's 166 minutes. So, 2.5 hours. I mean, it's a long time. But it's not like we legitimately banned him for life. Alright, so, on that note, let's see, do we still have Potato in? We do, even after all of that chaos. Potato is still in, so the question is, we missed a song request earlier. Oh, let me tell you. Let me tell you. We had a number of song requests, in fact. That we did. We did, in fact, have several song requests. Now, the variety of song requests, that's, that's perhaps the real question. Let's see, we had 1 blasphemous, 2 blasphemous, 3 blasphemous requests. Okay, one legitimate one. 4 blasphemous requests. Okay, 2 legitimate ones now, actually. Okay. Watch yourself, Tough. Watch yourself, Tough. I see that word. Don't speak that word. All right. Anor's, what was it? Gateless? Gateless Hummed is the first legitimate request that we have. Exactly, Core. Exactly. This is a RITE Night. It was not made for them to besmirch. Okay, I do think for the hummed ones, we need to break out the Bandcamp. 1 sec. I'm gonna require a little bit of extra setup here so that we don't mess with TariqBot. Oh, wait. Does it have the hummed versions as well? That's on the extended soundtrack, right? Not seeing the hummed versions at the moment. Hold on. Original soundtrack. Not sure where the hummed versions are on Bandcamp. Yeah. We can definitely do the normal one. I assume this is the normal one, and not the hummed one. That may be the best that we can do here. We do not yet, or well, did we just get a second player? Hold on. For all this back and forth, no, we currently just have Potato. It is still just Potato. I don't know if it is or not. It may or may not be. We've probably had some unusual ones in the past. What is the blank lore they say in Discord? Oh my. Oh my, you have so much to learn. So much to learn. I think this is the best we can do for Gateless. And a roomie can jump in. It has been a while. Let's get a roomie in. Okay, invite set. Let's turn off the in-game music. I feel like we do not get Gateless very often. I've not heard this in quite some time. Some question as to whether Rumi and Potato have played each other before. Potato says maybe once. Yeah, it's good. It's good, but for some reason, I guess it just kind of slips through the cracks a little bit. Okay, so let us know, chat, if there's anything that you'd like to see between these two to get things started. Otherwise, we'll just have them take whatever they want to take. Rumi going Essence today. Potato Pyre Hearts, I believe. Let me set you guys up in full then. Oh, you know what I remember doing? On YouTube, at least, this is doable. I don't know if on Bandcamp or on other platforms how feasible this is, but I remember I would play this song, and then I would deliberately speed it up to 1.5 or maybe even ×2 speed, and it sounds really cool. If you have not tried that before, I recommend checking it out. It sounds very, very cool. Oh, True Nightwings, actually, for Potato. Oh, right, yeah. Pyre Arts and Essence are pretty darn similar in terms of colors. So that may make some sense. So let's put you on True Nightwings, Essence, and switch you around. Oh, not like that, though. There we are. Okay, and then in Barrack says Tizo, Bertrude, Pam in any order in terms of characters. This is a 5-4 time signature? Oh, cool. The three are capable hunters, you know. Harumi says this is one of his preferred teams, so let's go check it out then. Let's get it started. What about speeding it up, Baylor? Yeah, it's really good sped up. Alright, so again, it's Tizo, Bertrude, and Pam. Other than that, it's up to you. And so that's Potato going with Pamitha first. Has Cam's attention, of course. Whereas Harumi leads off with Bertrude instead. Hold on! That's a Witcher quote! I know what that is. I recognize that. First Mass Effect, then Pyre, then The Witcher? Looks like rain. I should draw from it. Alright, here we go. Our first RITE match. Witcher contract of the night. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll get things started here. Here comes Potato with Bertrude. Banished before making his way into the Pyre. And that was the last of Potato's exiles. Harumi had a brief window there, but Potato got some exiles back just in time to defend. And now the tables have turned here. Numbers advantage for Potato, who plunges for 25. Ooh, well jumped by Harumi. Just barely avoided the lava, but does still go down. Pamitha for Potato. A round one defender. Switches in. Over to Tizo. He has a bit of an opening here, but his throw is intercepted. Harumi. Bertrude. Bertrude blocks. Banishes one defender, though. Has the orb back. And jumps in for 30. I dare say. Pamitha versus Pamitha. Pamitha wins. Surprise, surprise. But then she goes down. Bertrude for Ruby. Hops, but gets blocked. Has it back, but goes down. Potato with Pamitha. Around one defender switches into Bertrude, but she gets banished. Harumi with Bertrude. Banished again. Potato's turn through the portal. Oh, and look at this opening. Harumi with the counter. Oh, nearly makes it in there, but last second save by Potato. Potato avoids banishment. Oh, it just barely goes down there. Well played defensively by Ruby. Gertrude. Oh, and Tizo was just hanging out on top of the Pyre, waiting for that attack. Gertrude for Potato. Blocked. And chased off into the lava. A Ruby. Over to Gertrude. Tizo again comes in to save the day. Oh, big play there from Arumi, though, banishing all of Potato's exiles. A lot of time here for Arumi. So opportunity to throw it in with Gertrude for the extra damage and, of course, to keep all of his characters in for this next round. Arumi blocked and banished. Potato moving in slowly, now making a move, but banished. Arumi with just Tizo. Gertrude returns. And here she goes. Oh, look at that move! Somehow avoids the defender. And goes in for the plunge. One more score now, all that Arumi needs. And has the Crone Salute. Oh, but still goes down! Oh, it looked like that was all Arumi needed, but look at this. Potato somehow finds a way to avoid it. But Arumi has it back. And the last exile that Potato has is defenseless, so Arumi still takes the win. GG. What a finish.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
Well played, you two. All right, let's head on back.
The next right.
Some say ideal, some say suboptimal. Some say that was a lot of fun to see. So let us know, chat, if there's anything you want to see for the next one, or hear for that matter. When you launched the one of Potato's exiles into the stratosphere or into the lava, yeah. It was very rude. Yes, several last second dodges. Not seeing anything at the moment from chat, though, but of course, let us know if there is anything that you'd like to see for this next one, and make it happen, of course. Otherwise, we'll just have these two take whatever they would like to take. The imp death explosion into the lava was an accident. We do have another song request, that is true. I believe it is Cacao's request. Let me double check what it was. Let me double check. In the Flame. Okay. Let's see. Oh, well, we already have in-game music turned off, so we should be fine. I don't... Let's see. I don't think we have that one built in, do we? But I am on the Bandcamp, so I suppose might as well do that. There we are.
When the stars align,
Okay.
the rites shall come to bear.
So we have the song, but that's it at the moment. So is there anything else we'd like to see, or will that be it?
The exiles shall be there. All are not
Let's go.
same, but three shall be as one. Freedom in the true night wings shall comprise.
This is a really good one, and another one that we don't hear that often, for whatever reason. No requests affecting your team composition here, so you're free to take whatever you'd like. Oh, not the obstacles, no. I have not. So I believe this is the default book.
Backs against the storm. The timid and the bold keep each other.
Okay, so it was a stowaway in the first spot for Potato. It was a harp in the first spot, I believe, for Arumi. Your beloved? One of your favorite songs? I mean, there's so many great ones on the soundtrack, right? But for whatever reason, it seems like this one we just don't hear that often. But the journey shall be made. IDK, man. Okay, Potato's all locked in, finishing up with the Prayer Beads Bertrude. Arumi went Heart, then Nomad with Snadra. Now lastly, finishing things off with the Stowaway, quick throwing Stowaway at that. So here we go. Match number 2 between these two. And it's a teleporting Stowaway coming from Potato, who wins the orb initially, but then goes down. Snadra down as well. That leaves just the Stowaway back to defend. And that is not enough to stop Potato from throwing this one in for 20. Stowaway once again squeezes in a throw here. Potato, this time is intercepted. Arumi on the counterattack. Oh, and has Triesta's Plumes, that means 5 extra damage. May come back here in the next round. She will. 50% chance of that happening, although it's not going to matter here as Potato still finds a way to get a quick throw in here, this time just 9 damage. Oh, and actually, Bertrude is the one doing the banishing. 10 goes down, but everyone on Arumi's side is down here, so plenty of time for Potato to throw this one in uncontested. And Tamitha down. Stowaway down, Snadra down. Once again, Arumi defenseless. And that means once again an uncontested throw for 20. And now, next score, likely all the Potato would need here, and that nearly made it in. But Arumi with the last second interception. Comes, oh, the Bertrude plunge attempt, but she's shoulder smashed. Arumi, oh, looked like he had an opening, it did. Goes for the throw for 20. And a tie of sorts to the opening orb, but Arumi has it back now. And finds another angle for the throw, and Arumi is not going down without a fight here. Throw intercepted. Arumi banished. Now Potato. Stowaway banished for Potato as well. Opening perhaps for Tamitha. Oh, look at that elusive maneuver there. And suddenly we have ourselves a sudden death match. Arumi is down 1 exile after having plunged with Tamitha. And down goes Snadra. Arumi defenseless here. Potato's golden opportunity. And there it is. GG.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
Did Potato have it? Well, either way, well played, you two. think we had a song request from 4 there, Waterwall. Okay. Other than that, let us know if there's anything you'd like to see or hear for the next one. Well, we have the song all set now.
Illuminate the signs, the exiles shall be there. Strength may break along, but twisted make a break.
I mean, I was gonna try to wait until the end of the song. I guess we can still do that. Customize off as well. Means randomize exiles, masteries, and talismans for the next one. Won't even get to see what they are in advance. We're just gonna get thrown straight into the action. Uh-oh, says a Ruby. That adds a little bit of extra difficulty. But the journey shall be made. Okay, so we have just about everything lined up here, except for if we would like an arena, we can still do that. Let us know if that is of interest. Never to return Essence, we feel like we don't hear that all that often. Huh. Shout out to Cam. Yeah, I mean, once upon a time, Essence was one of, if not the most common triumvirate for people to take, but it has perhaps fallen out of favor a bit as of late. Cam, shout out to me. Harp feet scared people off, I guess so. Those Pamitha hands, man. They'll scare anyone. Alright, why don't we get this one started then? Fireheart's version better? I mean, I'm biased. Let's see. So customize off means on Potato's side, we have Gareth, the most stylish man in the downside, as well as Palmas, the Sap, and Barker the Cur. For Rumi, it's Gilman the Worm, Saxiana the Harp, and Raji the Imp. But of course, we'll have to see if we can figure out what masteries and talismans are as well. We do know that Gareth has the Savage Salute, and he jumps in here for 20. And that is Barker jumping in for 20 as well. Did we see a Vengeful Vow on the Savage as well? Which does not work. It's bugged. Saxiana. Blocked. Banished. Ooh, well shielded there. Gareth just barely avoids banishment. Has the infinite stamina, we know that. That is one of the Savage Masteries. Oh, and look at that Harp push. With Kerfang as well. For an extra 8 damage for Arumi. Arumi explodes, setting up a portal. Gets the orb, throws it out, but then banishes Palmas and has it back here with Gilman. Gilman hops over and throws it in for 15. Bit of a draw there in the middle, but it is Potato who ended up with it, but loses Barker here. So that leaves just Palmas back defensively, but Gareth has returned. And just Raji at the moment for Rumi, who goes down, but his Harp has returned, though not quickly enough to stop Gareth from plunging in. Raji. Throw is intercepted. Palmas. Oh. Perhaps an opportunity there for Rumi to pick up the orb. Opted not to. Instead goes for the banishment and gets rid of all of Potato's exile, so perhaps that did pay off. Goes for the throw and gets the full 15. Rumi, oh, you could tell what he was looking for there. Nearly had the ability to banish the entirety of Potato's seam there. Trying to hop past Palmas, but can't do so. Palmas now on the orb. Over to Barker. Stamina back. Hides within the safety of the sapling, but it's not so safe when there's a harp trying to track you down. Does find a way around the harp, though, plunging for 20. And that means Rumi now down to 20 Pyre life, so next score might be all the Potato needs. Of course, we don't know definitively as to whether either player might have a RITE Light, the Rekindling Talisman. It's a possibility. Potato, of course, does have a sap and therefore may have some built-in rekindling there, but there is the winning plunge from none other than Gareth himself.
A rite conducted with applause. The ceremony.
Ruby's like, I don't even know what I had, man. I don't know. But GG. And actually, worth noting there that it's not very often nowadays that we see Gareth wearing his original garb, his original raiments. The very clothing, the very attire that gave him the title of the most stylish man in the townside. So you just love to see it. Okay, let's see. We have, I think, a bit of a backlog for songs. Let me just determine what is the next on our list. Dirty Deal from Arumi, followed by Never to Return Essence from Anor. Let's see. And then we just had an Exile request for Worm in the first spot. Arumi would like to change that to Thrash Pack? Sure thing. Okay, we'll turn Customize back on, unless, of course, that's something that you guys would like to see for this next one as well. Then again, we already have an Exiles request that requires that we have a Worm in the first spot, so no, we will not do that, because we need to have Customize, we need to be able to customize in order to make sure we redeem or fulfill that Exiles request. And that also means no more Water Wall. But we should turn back on the in-game music. And I know I was talking about it before with, which one was it? Was it Gateless that I said is really good with times 1.5 or times 2 speed? Many songs from the Transistor soundtrack are amazing. Like that. Waterwall, I think, is also on the list. Maybe not quite as good as Gateless. That might be at or near the top of the ones that benefit most from speeding them up, but I think I remember doing it to Waterwall as well. The ones that have lyrics, of course, tend to get a little more garbled if you do that, but ones that don't, ones that are purely instrumental, those tend to work better. And we do have a lot of stuff already set up for this next rite, so I suppose, why don't we jump in for this? So remember, it is a worm in the first spot. I'm sorry, Duff. I will have none of your Oasis Morning Glory song requests here. What's the story, Morning Glory, right?
The rites.
True, it is a good map for Bottled Void. Well, I mean, could you find a way to make it work with a worm in the first spot? Maybe. Maybe. It just takes a little bit of testing. If you'd like to switch your Wonderwall to Waterwall, you can do that. Or any other song for that matter, but... Alright, Gilman set and ready to go for Potato. Of course, Arumi will also be going with a worm in the first spot as well. In his case, looks like he's going Deluge, though.
Set deluge.
So, of course, this arena is well known for being a great arena to set up the Bottled Void shenanigans. And it sounded like Potato was suggesting that that was something he was at least considering going with. And yet, seemed as though the worm in the first spot may have been reason enough not to go that route, but then again, you could always just put Bottled Void on a second or third character. Nothing stopping either player from doing that. Gil Gaming confirmed. And so it looks like that may be what Potato has planned here. Of course, remember, Bottled Void, when the character comes back from banishment, will suck in neighboring exiles like a vacuum cleaner. If they are within range of the aura, they will get banished in the process.
Sir Gilman.
And so on an imp in particular, that is one of the two classes we tend to see it on most often. The other one being the False Step Savages. Okay, and it's a harp in the second spot there. Perhaps not quite a full-blown setup for something like Bottled Void. And look at this. Beautiful. Triple worms that technically not the preferred, not the ideal triple worm setup, but you know, we'll accept it. We'll accept it. But it is Potato getting things started here by plunging for 20 with the harp. And had prayer beads on Pamitha, so she's back. Worm versus worm. Here is Pamitha. Over to Gilman, who plunges here for 15. Oh, look at this. Potato defenseless. And Rumi had Seize Chance active, which means he gets 10 extra damage on that plunge. Usually worms, of course, just 15 damage, which is tied for the minimum. But once you get that extra 10, 25 damage is nothing to snuff at. Potato blocked. Banishes one defender, has it back, but sets up a portal. Arumi on the orb, though, and the throw does land for 23. As I believe we saw Arumi take the extra throwing damage on that worm. As again, normally the maximum damage for the worms would be 15. Arumi may be trying to capitalize on that Seize Chance, but sees an opening here. And seizes that instead, and once again, at least slightly over the usual worm maximum damage, 16 rather than 15 that time. I think that might have been, once again, his worm that had the extra throwing damage on the talisman slot. Ooh, that looks out of range, though. Seize Chance was active, and still is active. So Furumi is quick here, can get a little more damage, but no luck this time. Here comes Potato. His worm goes down. Furumi. Oh, didn't quite avoid that fell swoop explosion. Well done by Potato, who sneaks in a quick little imp throw there for 5. Furumi. Quick follow-up. Once again, extra damage from the worm. It's 23, which means any worm, plunge or throw, would be capable of finishing the job here for Arumi. Doesn't need to be picky. Here comes Potato, plunging for 15. But we know that that imp does not have prayer beads because prayer beads is on Pamitha. So that means Potato is now at best at 2 exiles. But does manage to plunge with Pamitha for 20, and that means that she will come back because she has prayer beads, so Potato back at full strength. And I'm not sure if Potato has a way to get up to 25 damage here. I think 20 at best from Pamitha, which means Potato does still need 2 scores unless Potato lands this, and suddenly, once again, we find ourselves in a sudden death match. Next score will likely win it here. Huge banishment there from Arumi for a second there. It looked like Potato had a serious numbers advantage and might have been looking to make a move toward the winning plunge, but quick reversal from Arumi, and look at that. The harp push, moving Arumi's worm out of throwing range, and then the counterattack from Potato. plunging in for the win.
Nightwings prevail. Or you could say they managed to avoid defeat.
GG.
The rite is ended.
All right. Well played. Let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
True, true. The Infiniworms does usually require that you plunge. Okay, hold on. For Arena, we have the Pit of Malith, and we do still have some songs remaining in the queue, I think. So that one was Thrash Pack from Arumi. I think that means the next one was Anor's request for Never to Return Essence Edition, I believe. And Anor did Q and Exile's request as well, I believe. Yeah, Never to Return Essence from Anor. There that one is. Yeah, and I don't think you said yet what you had in mind, Anor. So let us know what you're thinking. Exiles-wise, we're at the Pit of Malith, which may or may not affect what you're thinking of here. Because that does, of course, have some meme potential as well. The Pit! The Pit. Fashion show. Select the exiles in your favorite outfits. It's time to bounce, Arumi says, in order. It says Anor, so most stylish, second most stylish, third most stylish. I'm sorry, chat. Well, I should say I'm sorry. Players here. There's objectively only one correct answer in the first spot. So I think we all know who the leadoff exile will be. Outside of that, though, it will be interesting. And of course, the exile that I'm thinking of does typically wear a certain color raiment that will change depending on what team that exile is representing, so does perhaps switch things up a little bit. Snadra with the phantom robes, maybe. Might see a Snadra appearance. I like that the Pit of Malith is our location for our fashion show. Derelict. Let's see. So yes, customize. Oh, how did that get turned off? And then the song. Yeah, we have Never to Return Essence. That's what Anor had requested. That's set and ready to go. So I think now we have just about everything locked in that case. Oh, except somebody disconnected. We lost a potato. Looks like potato may have... Oh no, there you are. For a second I thought you might have just lost internet connection altogether. Yeah. For a second there, it looked like you're just not online at all. Okay, so I think we're all set here then. With the song, remember, fashion show. First exile is the most stylish, second exile, second most stylish, third exile, third most stylish. We all know who the first exile is going to be. If it is not the exile that we're thinking of, you will immediately get banned from the stream for your entire life. No pressure.
The true Nightwings shall take on the essence. Welcome. Who shall conduct the rites?
Alright, so who is the most stylish exile, you ask? There's really only one correct answer. Potato showing us everybody. All their raiments. Okay, okay. Breathe a sigh of relief. Breathe a sigh of relief. I was gonna say, that first choice that Potato made, perhaps a way to appease to the person doing the request, as it was a nutrition stick full Fred. Boar was talking about perhaps the ghost robes from Snadra. I don't know about that one, Core. Think we might need to pass on that. It is Snadra, power casting Snadra in the second spot there. For Potato. Speak softly and carry a nutrition stick. Tell that to Theodore Sandalwood. Ametha in the second spot there from Arumi. I think we have said in the past that those, especially after the mods changing the raiment colors, those harps, they do look good. Now, Potato, no pressure or anything, but if you don't pick a very specific exile right now, I'm going to be very upset with you. One moment, please. Okay, continue. Just kidding. I may or may not have kicked Potato for a second there. I had to prove a point. I had to prove a point, okay? Okay? It had to be done. Chat, I will not stand for this. These continued acts of blasphemy. Need I remind you, the reason why Potato is in here from the get-go was because of an act of blasphemy committed previously during this Rite Night. Oh man, how dare you, Potato. How dare you. Is nothing in this world sacred? Fashion should be untouchable. And yet here you come, trying to besmirch the rites. So I suppose this match, the real question will be, what are the most stylish exiles in the downside? Because this is what will determine it. Whoever proves victorious here will prove themselves correct. Snadra. Shoulder smash by none other than Snadra. Big zaps from Snadra. Here comes Gareth. Blocked. And banished. Oh, huge banishments there from Snadra for Potato. Time to throw this in uncontested for 20 damage. Oh, off the wall goes Gareth. But down he goes. Here comes Snadra for Potato. She's shoulder smashed by the other Snadra. Gareth has returned. Oh, going for the off-the-wall throw. Down goes Raji, but look out for that portal. It is right next to the Pyre for Potato. Oh, Gareth will not stop styling all over the place. There goes the portal play. Potato walks it in with Volfred. Once again, Gareth trying the off-the-wall plays. It just hasn't added up yet for Gareth. Big snipe from Snadra, though. The Numbing Gust will prevent Arumi from sprinting, jumping, throwing, or using any of their special abilities until, as we see here, Potato gets some exiles back from banishment. And that was the difference maker there, otherwise Arumi would have had enough time to do just that. Oh, and Arumi tries to go off the wall again, but doesn't quite get the calculus right. The trigonometry. Gareth just barely avoids banishment there. Looking for the wall bouncing throws, but this time settles for jumping straight in. Volfred tries to make a move, but he does go down. Oh, and Arumi going for the wall bouncing strats this time with the harp. Gain some speed that way, but Pamitha does still go down. Oh, that time, once again, it is Arumi keeps on winning these shoulder smash showdowns. I don't remember as to whether, I suppose there's a chance that we may just not have seen Potato go for it. Otherwise, if they both have shoulder smash, for whatever reason, Potato has lost out on that duel seemingly every time. Oh, Volfred, sneaky maneuver. Oh, but the last second save from Arumi. Pamitha out of stamina. Going for the wall bouncing strats for the extra speed. She's blocked, but banishes two defenders. Has an opening now. Off the wall and in for 20. Down goes Volfred. Down goes Raji. But Pamitha is gone for good in this round as she plunged without prayer beads. Sarumi is at best at 2 exiles. Here comes Potato. Oh, and the throw does sneak in there. Arumi just barely out of position. Volfred rushed down by Gareth. Here is Gareth. Stamina back. Off the wall. But banished. Pamitha with the double banishment that leaves Potato with just Volfred, but that's all Potato needs. Plunging for 20. Oh, and Potato wins the race to the orb here. And may just need one score. At least if it's from Snadra. Raji likely does not have enough damage, but that is Snadra! Lunging for the win.
They brushed aside their adversaries without too much trouble.
I am disgusted.
The rite is complete.
I will not stand. I will not stand for this.
Until the stars align.
And no, Core! We are not making that his name. I believe we still have a song request remaining in our queue here. I think this one might go a ways back. Let me see. We had Build That Wall. Is that what's next on the list? No, we had the Wonder Wall from Duff that may or may not get modified into an actual song that we can play. Otherwise it is Build That Wall. So Duff, any further thoughts on that? Aub, The cairn. Okay. I mean, I'm saying it's your turn, Duff, if there is a song you'd like for us to play, but I'm also saying that we cannot play that song that you requested. So you can modify it to a song that we can actually use from any of the Supershine games, or we can say, sorry, but that's no good. This is the start of my Joker arc. Core. Watch yourself. You're playing with fire. Duff forfeits his turn. Okay, so that means we are on to build that wall in that case, and that is a Treatbot song. So give me a sec here. In fact, why don't we turn in-game music off first? Get this one going. Did I spell that wrong? Oh, well, sort of, in a way. Silly lids. Silly lids. Okay, that one I did legitimately spell wrong. Okay, how many lids does it take to get a song request correct? 3 is the answer. And Barrack? No. No. I see where this is headed. Okay, so we have a song. I think... Oh, and we have an arena. Okay, and we do have an Exiles request now. Let's see what this is all about.
One day that wall is gonna fall. Gonna build that city on a hill. Gonna build that city on a hill. Someday those tears are gonna spill. So be
First Exile. Most liked to be friends with Geralt. Wait, what? We're continuing the other game themes here? First Exile is most likely to be friends with Geralt, the protagonist from The Witcher. Second, who'd not get along with him at all. And lastly, who'd romance him, most likely to romance him. Okay, so it does require some knowledge of The Witcher, which our players may or may not have experience with. Arumi has never played it, so there's that. So, I don't know, what do we think then, chat? Does that mean that we just have Arumi give his best guess? Do we try to guide him a little bit? Do we give him hints? Do we just tell him what makes the most sense? Potato has not played it either. What do we say then? Do we just give some general Geralt facts and have these two interpret those as they see fit? And try to matchmake for Geralt based on that information? Gareth might romance him because they have similar names. Also, Gareth is obviously the most stylish man on the downside. So, I mean, obviously anyone would want to romance him. I'll be honest, stuff. I don't know what you mean. Are you saying like I just pick? I mean, it'd be one thing if our players knew the game. So, like, I can try to pick for them based on what makes the most sense, since I have played The Witcher, so I have at least a general sense, or at least have a somewhat informed opinion. So I guess I can act on their behalf.
One day that wall is gonna fall. Gonna build that city on a hill.
Wait, so it's friends in the first one. Is it hate in the second one? Would not get along with him. Yes, the second one is who they dislike, and then last is romance. Yeah, so is this for me or is this for Geralt, though? Oh, true! True, that's very true. He would hate Lendl. I mean, that's not very hard to imagine, as he's probably the most hated of all the exiles, but romance with Udmilda. It's the most similar to some of the people that Geralt has romance. I mean, he does, technically speaking, he does have a lot of relationships with sorceresses, and that is kind of what Udmilda is in a way, so in a weird way you could make that case.
It's done.
I think it's Lendl, but I might be wrong about that. I personally don't hate Manly, because I think it is just comical how much of a silly, villain-like person he's supposed to be. And I think it's, you know, deliberately kind of over the top, whereas Lendl is just annoying across the board. But that's at least my personal opinion on it. I think other people are less forgiving of Manly than I am. It's Manly Jr. that we hate, not Manly himself. That is true. Lendl is just mad because he's bad at the rites and holds a grudge against everyone who has beaten him, which is basically everyone.
I dig my hole, you build a wall.
Wait, this is Manly or this is Lendl who asks you to let him win all the time? I don't remember. Is that Manly actually? Yeah, that's Manly.
Gonna build that city on a hill.
True. Lendl always accuses you of cheating.
Gonna build that city on a hill.
Hey, Manly Jr. is innocent, okay? He's a bro. Okay, so we can get this one started. I'm still not super clear on if I'm choosing this based on relationships relative to Geralt. I think that's what I'm doing still. I think I am picking the characters based on their potential relationships with Geralt.
The true night wings versus the essence. Welcome.
Okay, so first one is most likely to be friends with Geralt. Friends with Geralt. Let's see, I'm trying to think of if there are any characters that directly resemble those that Geralt is actually friends with in the game / books / Witcher series. What? I feel like Roach, if we could get someone that resembles Roach, but then again, there are not any horses in the game. Dandelion, I mean, it's kind of a love-hate relationship. Tell you what, let's go Rookie in the first spot. Let's go Rookie in the first spot. He is, at least personality-wise, I think definitely the closest to Dandelion. Messenger in... That might be the closest to Roach in a way. Just kind of a helping hand. Maybe mirror match, or maybe if it's kind of open to interpretation as to who best fits that category, then we could, like, in this case, we could have the friend in one case be based on one character for Potato's team and a different character for your team. So I think, why don't we do that? We'll have Messenger Imp in the first spot for you, Ruby. Ignarius kind of has a Lambert vibe. I can sort of see that. About Eskel. He's kind of hard to do. What about Vesemir? Oh, well, I mean, there's an obvious Vesemir. Well, now it's... Wait, second was least likely to get along, right? Least likely to get along. That's tough. Oh, wait! Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. Raji. And you must take at least some portals. Oh, Regis would have been a good idea for the friend one. You must have at least some portals. I hate portals. So that's the idea. That one's kind of abstract. That one's kind of abstract. So we'll go for a little more straightforward one for Ruby then. For the one most likely to hate, or just not get along with. I mean, like demons, sort of. But then again, there are times when Geralt kinda finds ways to be friendly with even monsters at times. What about? We could say, maybe say that Manly is Emir? What do we think of that? Maybe we do that? I think we go that route. Sure, let's go for it. We'll go Manly based on Emir Var Emrys. The Emperor of Nilfgaard. I think that's fair. Sorry, Ruby. Manly's def not intimidating enough or serious enough to be Emir. That may be the case. That may be true. I mean, it's hard to get a perfect match. So mostly just going for like one or two character traits that kind of align with one of the characters. Like, for example, this last one is most likely to romance. And the easy thing to say is that Geralt has a lot of relationships with sorceresses. And so Udmilda is the closest thing to a sorceress in Pyre. So that's one thing. On the other hand, I mean, there are succubi. I don't know what would be the closest comparison to a succubi or succubus. There is always Gareth. That is true. Although I'm not entirely sure who he would be based off. I think... Tell you what. We'll go with, based off Shani, who is a doctor, a physician, we'll take Oralek.
Someday your bird is gonna fly. Gonna build that wall.
Then for Rumi, we'll do Chris, Yennefer, any of the sorceresses, and we'll go with Milda.
But now you got nowhere to run. So build that
Okay, so teams based on the relationships that characters theoretically would have to Geralt of Rivia, the protagonist of the Witcher series, because why not? First spot, characters that would be most likely to be friends with him. Second slot, most likely to not get along with him. Third slot, most likely to romance him. And it is that romancer who jumps in here to get things started. And now it is Dandelion, plunging for 20. Roach squeezes in here for a 15 damage plunge. Dandelion banishes Emir. Down goes Yennefer. Here comes Shawnee. She plunges for 25. Roach. Back over to Yennefer. Yennefer blocks. Yennefer trying to carve out some space. Can't hop past the defender. Bring around the Rosie for the orb. Yennefer goes down. Portals do what they do best. And there is Yennefer, plunging for 30. Dandelion. Can't make it past Yennefer. Yennefer versus Shawnee. Oh, Shawnee wins out. Here comes Shawnee. Ooh, but her throw is short. Emir. Oh, big banishment there. Everyone gone on Potato's team. But there's just enough time for Roach to sneak in a throw that drops Potato's team down to 15. Oh, and there is Yennefer using her cunning little spell to set up the winning score. GG.
Whilst that of their adversaries is but ash.
someday.
No worries. Thanks for stopping by, Rumi. Good to have you as always. Catch you later.
Don't build that wall until it's done.
And now players pick. Just to be sure.
Gonna build that wall until it's done.
Alright, so that does mean we're looking for someone to hop in here to take Arumi's spot. And Potato says you can switch out as well if there's anyone in chat who's also interested in hopping in here. So that means we're looking for at least one, if not two here. So let us know, chat, if there's anyone who would like to participate in the next few rites. On Cacao says, able to hop on. Okay, so that's one. Let me send the invites. Hold on. First. Oh, almost. Almost nailed it. So close. So close. Now let's get Cacao. Okay. Invite sent. And Corcan as well. After one more right, at least. Okay, so maybe we do Potato versus Cacao for one match, and then after that, we might get Corin. 4 said that players pick, I think, everything. Looks like everything. Yeah. Okay, we'll reset our arena, though. And do we still have a song waiting in the wings? Okay, let's check controls here real quick. Also, is Steam giving you controls? It is not. There you go. Whoop, as I'll drop my control. I'll make that headphones. Lids doesn't even know what he has in his lap. How dare he? Lids, you weren't wearing your headphones? Yes, this is true. Alright, let me double check real quick. Did we still have a song? Or are we songless currently? So that was never to return. Oh no, that was build that wall. I think that might have been the last song. No song request? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. So in that case, let's reset. And that may be it in that case, and I suppose... Oh, hold on. Night of the Jam. I don't know exactly from a copyright standpoint where that one stands. I am unsure. Wait, what? No. Because it's based off of the Space Jam song, which would not be safe to play. But it's a spoof of that song. I don't know. I mean, happy to do Knights of the Sea. Also, let me switch you over to Accusers on stream as well. Rather than Essence. There you are. Okay, why don't we just get this one going then? And if you'd like, I mean, we can do Knights of the Sea, just the normal one. Yeah, okay. Why don't we do that then? And up to you guys to pick whatever exiles, masteries, and talismans you'd like, so that's perhaps a good way. Oh, I did not put Cacao's name on. Hold on, let me do that. There you are. Ah, okay. Okay, we will have a song for Core's next match, assuming that I think we will get Core in for this next one. But for this will be perhaps our first and only of the day between Potato and Cacao. And so Pamitha will lead things off for Potato. With prayer beads. So likely to see that be one of, if not the preferred, score for Potato. Oh, and so Cacao follows up here with a harp as well. Going with Luminous Idol, so that means that Zaxiana will get full stamina whenever she picks up the orb. And it's Web Landthorn, Tizo in the second spot for Potato. And we've seen Cacao do this several times before, in fact. Prayer beads on a sap. Full rekindling as well. No, this is not a joke. We have not only seen Cacao take it, we've seen Cacao score with a prayer bead sap via plunging several times before. Jody in the last spot for Potato. And then a quick throwing Volfred, so a second sap for Cacao. Here we are, Cacao first to the orb. Switches in, looking to get that sap in for the plunge. Oh, a well-placed sapling, but does still lose Volfred there to banishment. And this is a meta Jody, as we just saw, banishing throws. And that got rid of the last of the defenders. Does that have enough range on it? It does. So that's 30 damage from the Jody throw. Cacao first to the orb again. Trying to elude those defenders, switches in to one of those saps, and it's the quick throwing one, and so gets a 19 damage throw in here. And to set it up once again, the throw still lands. 25 this time round.
The accusers seem to want their freedom more.
Potato. Back to Jody. Jody, really looked like she banished herself there. Huge banishment from Tizo, though, taking out the entirety of Cacao's team, opening up this 20 damage plunge. Wall of imps there, but Cacao still finds a way to the orb. Round one defender switches in. Oh, but doesn't quite have enough time to get the throw off. Now Potato's turn. Push back, but still banishes one defender with that throw. Trying to sneak through that wall of imps, but does go down. Oh, huge banishments there. And Potato able to follow in for an uncontested 20 damage plunge with the rebound. Now switches in, looks for the throw. That one's short and intercepted. Jody for Potato. Zoxiana down. That leaves just Palmas back to defend against Pamitha. Pamitha's blocked, though. Well shielded, but she has it back. And Zoxiana sacrifices a teammate, and she goes down as well. That means Volfred's the only one back to defend at the moment. Well done with the exploding sapling, though. Zoxiana's back. Switches into the other sap, who gets pushed into the corner and banished. Amethyst for Potato. Flies around the other way. Oh, and it really looked like she was in there, but somehow Cacao, the last second save. Cacao. Back with Zoxiana. Trying to find a safe place to perhaps switch into a sap, and does so. So that means it's Zoxiana here once again. Switching in. Going for the throw, but it's intercepted. Banishes one would-be defender. Now it's Potato. Well-placed sapling gets her to Jody. Zoxiana switches. And there is the blink into the Pyre for 25. Now, was that the Prayer Bead sap? It was not. That means Cacao is down one exile here, as we are just about tied at 30 apiece. However, 30 damage, if 30 life exactly, is an important threshold, because that means that is enough damage for Jody to deplete all of that Pyre life in one score. However, of course, we saw Cacao with 2 saps, has some rekindling, and plunges here for 25. Dropping Potato down to 6 Pyre life, and Potato does not have rekindling. So that means if Cacao is to score here, Cacao would win, whereas Potato, with a Jody score, can get rid of the initial life bar, but would only trigger the second life bar, which is, of course, going to mean that Cacao would still hold on. Here comes Cacao, and finishes it with the sap throw.
The accusers prevail.
GG.
Such a well-conducted victory it was. The ceremony is complete.
Or I'm just not going to acknowledge it when you start saying these things.
Until the next rite.
Alright, well played, you two. And just to check in, we were talking... Oh no. Oh no. Now I feel like I have to look, but maybe I'll dare to look later. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear. We were talking about potentially getting Core in now. So just to double check, Core, are you still interested and available at this stage?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, in which case, I think we were saying Potato was willing and able to swap out to make some room here. In which case, why don't we pass the baton from Potato to Core. Quacha. Thanks for stopping by, Potato. Good to have you, as always. When you are not blaspheming, of course. Let us not forget that that was the original reason why Potato was in there to begin with. You thought I forgot! I did not. I did not. Okay, so presumably that means we'll have Core here on player 1. And Core, what would you like today? Fireheart? Something else?
Pyre Hearts is fine, and I'm gonna disconnect my controller for this thing. I have one and two
Okay. Oh, not again.
every time.
Every time these days. Okay, let's see. So no true
This
night
looks
plays.
better.
Yes, Fireheart. We'll switch you in-game as well, and we did have a song request. Hades the Unseen Ones. Which is a little intense. So, I would say we'd have a warm-up match here first for Core, but nah, there's no such thing as a warm-up, right? Customize off, straight into the chaos, let's go. Alright, randomized exiles, masteries, and talismans. We have the song all set and ready to go. We could still do an arena if that's of interest, otherwise we'll get this one started. Too much energy. Well, we're about to see if you are up for the challenge. Because let's get going. For Core, looks like a Nomad, an Imp, and another Nomad. Lendl, Snadra, and Tizo. It's Vids, Lendl, and Gertrude for Cacao. Of course, we don't know what their masteries or talismans are yet, so we'll have to see. It looks like Core has at least one Sacred Bond Nomad, which, given how he has two Nomads, is not all that unlikely to see. But here comes Snadra, getting chased down by Lendl, who we actually saw there. Wait, did Snadra have one of the cursed talismans? Did she have her aura when she had the orb? Looked like she might have for a second there. So I was gonna say, looked like we had two Nomads right next to each other, and we could compare the aura sizes. A black heart, there's always a black heart. There's always a black heart. No, it's Lendl who has the cursed talisman that allows him to keep his aura even when he has the orb. Did Snadra have it as well, though?
Yeah, I do.
Oh my goodness. Customize off with the non-stop cursed talismans, because there is Snadra with it as well. There you see it, she has the aura even though she has the orb. Although, Cacao does have large aura exiles, and so I'm not sure if Core's really going to be able to take advantage of that at all, because even if he does have at least some aura with Snadra when she has the orb, it's still probably, it's definitely going to be smaller than Vids' aura. Here's Gertrude. Runs out of stamina though. Oh, nearly still finds a way in. Core on the counterattack. Can't hop around the defender. No casting, of course, with Black Claw. And so that is not usually something that you'd like to see on a Nomad, as casting is oftentimes one of their key strengths. But there is Snadra, plunging for 20. Snadra may very well have the power casting mastery as well. I would not rule that out. I would not put that past Pyre to have Customize turned off and then give the Nomad the ability to power cast more effectively the talisman that prevents them from casting. Uncontested throw here from Gertrude for Cacao. So that lands for 25. Nomad versus Nomad. Lendl versus Lendl, in fact. Down go both Lendls and Snadra. The Core can bring Lendl back. Though not quickly enough to stop Vids from plunging for 30. And those are some big damage scores, and that means the core is already down to 25 Pyre life. We, of course, know at least some of the talismans of some of the characters, but there is always that chance that there's an unexpected RITE life here. Oh, shoulder smash. Core plunges for 15. There is a chance that someone has some unexpected rekindling, but look at that. Huge banishment, and then the 360, maybe slightly more than that, throw. So Core trying to make a comeback here. Double banishment that time, but loses Lendl. Snadra down as well. Izo brings one of them back, but then goes down. It's Snadra. Then Lendl comes back the old-fashioned way, makes the defensive play. Opening here for Core. Sneaks in a quick little throw here for 9 damage. The 540 no-scope. Probably right around there. Oh, but look at that! Cacao has the Crone Salute, transforming all of Core's Exiles into defenseless Howlers, setting up the winning plunge. GG. All right. Well, there's no such thing as a warm-up. Apparently. So, let's, sorry, Darren. Sorry, TariqBot. Let us know, chat, if there's anything you'd like to see or hear for the next one. But we are done with the unseen ones. Maybe should have done a warm-up. Who needs it, right? Just get straight into the action. What could possibly go wrong? Alright, so, what do we think, chat? Is there anything we'd like for this next one? I don't think we have anything remaining in the queue here. I think we've gotten through everything at this stage. Certainly have for songs. We had customized off, so yeah, that would amount to everything. I wrote her. Choose an Exiles. What do you want to see, I wrote her? And the song that plays in the option... Oh! Hold on. You mean... this one? I don't remember what this one is called, to be brutally honest.
Morning song?
Morning song? As in, like, the beginning of the day, or as in, like...
Like more, like sadness or whatever.
Sadness,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See if TariqBot knows this, otherwise we'll have to go back to Bandcamp. There we go.
That sleep below, to the canyons open wide.
This is another one that, for whatever reason, we just tend not to hear very much. Outside of when we're messing with the settings, of course. Okay, so that did beat Amberic's Forbidden Knowledge to the punch. And Aurora says triple cur, mirror. Okay. Alright, in which case, why don't we get this one started then?
You might want to turn on
Oh.
Custom.
Yes, I suppose we could do that. I suppose we could do that.
Lost and lonesome bride. Now he roams through hill and valley.
The Pyre hearts shall
Oh, well. This will pain Core to see that we're doing all these curs. Because, of course, on this arena, well, I suppose it is still possible to use a certain setup that Core is well known to deploy in this location. Cal just threw an idea out there for Sniper Curs. Wasn't a request per se, just a thought. But it looks like Core has answered that call. And so we will have a mirror here, at least in the first spot. Same mastery, same talisman. tend not to see those Kurs with the right side masteries, which again tend to be more defensive cast-oriented masteries.
Flowers hide from the song of gentle morning for the
Barker Eternal.
lost and lonesome bride.
Barker Eternal Core says is that Barker is going to keep on coming back.
And the canyons open wide, singing songs of gentle morning for his lost and lonesome bride. For his lost and lonesome bride.
So does Cacao need to take exactly the same stuff that Core goes with? Is it a perfect mirror match? Or is it just that triple Kurs is sufficient?
I think it's just triple Kurs. I think
Yeah, it was, technically speaking, it was just an Exile's request. So I think it's up to you, Cacao. You can take the Kurs, of course, that is required, but you can take whatever masteries or talismans you'd like.
On the hill and in the valley.
So yeah, you don't need to do exactly the same thing that Core does.
No. It's just Exile, so it's just Kurs.
Yeah, and you also don't need to like make a point of taking Barker when Core takes Barker and whatnot.
Now he roams through hill and valley, and the canyons open wide.
Although,
But
that being said, might still be looking to do the same thing here,
But it's gotta be Barker. That's okay.
but with Dalbert instead.
Dauber Eternal.
Lost and lonesome bride. From the plains that sleep below.
And it is a meta leeching Dalbert for Core in the last spot.
Hear the song of gentle morning for the lost and lonesome bride. On the hill and in the valley, where the weeping flowers hide from the song.
And similar pick here from Cacao, so it is very close to a pure mirror match. We'll have to see how this one plays out then, as we have several Kurs setups that are not the traditional ways you tend to see those Kurs built. But Core is off to a quick start here with 2 early plunges, both for 20 damage. Little ring around the rosy there as both players try to be cautious, but remember, those big Kur casts, super long range and stay on the ground for longer than usual. At least when it comes to the legendary Kur talisman. But there is an uncontested plunge for Cacao for 20. 4 gets rid of it. Cacao picks it up but gets stopped. 4 locked. Banishes 1. Banishes actually all of Cacao's exiles here, so time for Core to throw this one in. And does have not only the 15 damage, but the 10 leech as well. Snipes 1 Kur. Gets the orb back. Gets blocked. Now is an opening, though. But Cacao with the quick recovery. Now it's Cacao on the counter. Plunging for 20. When Kurs collide, Core comes in, falls off the banishment, but it's Cacao with the orb. Nearly used the hockey puck to shield off the defender. Core in a 3 versus 1. Cacao gets another defender back, but Core still finds the opening. Ooh, Core just barely avoided banishment, but does end up going down eventually. Big snipe, though. Now, back to the other Kur. And does make a way in for 20 damage on this plunge. Now. Oh, last second save from Core. Looked like that was a chance for Cacao, but suddenly, it's Core's opportunity to plunge with this Cur for 20. Double big cast here, but it's Core with the orb. Blocked and banished. Sidestep by Cacao. Cacao goes down quickly here. Core applying some pressure near Cacao's Pyre. Now potentially that pressure going to pay off for Core, but not quite. As Cacao now with an opening, oh, but hesitates. And Core gets a curve back. And that is enough to stop that attack. Big leaps from Core, but blocked, nonetheless. Big banishments. Cacao runs into the defender. Cacao defenseless until Rookie returns, but is not quick enough. And so that drops Cacao down to 5 Pyre life. No rekindling for either player, of course. So one score, all the Core needs here, but not this time. Cacao. Blocked. The cast stays on the ground and eventually does banish one of Core's exiles, so opening here that Cacao seizes upon. Lunging for 50. Still a ways to go here. Core blocked. Core back for Cacao, but after plunging with Dalbert, leaves it defenseless here, but timely return from Barker. Oh, we might have had an opportunity there to go straight in for the Pyre. Oh, Core! Goes for the curse salute. Oh, the BM, and he's punished for it. Did not have quite as much time as he thought he did. So Core punishes him for his hubris. Cacao. Strategically throws the orb at his own Pyre, bouncing it back out, but with no defenders left. This time, Core seals the deal.
Good game.
GG.
Adversaries confidently thwarted.
Keeping flowers
The
high
right is done.
from the song of gentle morning.
Alright, let's head on back. And let us know, chat, if there's anything that we'd like to see for the next one.
Now he roams through hill and valley, and the canyons open wide, singing songs of gentle morning for his lost and lonesome bride.
Okay, so, did we might have had a song request, or perhaps even 2. Yeah, I think we had Forbidden Knowledge, and then, or Bedridden Knowledge from Embarrack. Okay, and then Anor did have one as well, but it is Embarrack's first here. Here we are. And we should turn back on the in-game music there. The book, says Core. So we have the arena, we have the song. Is there anything else that we're looking for this one? Cacao is displeased about the book.
I was just doing on brand. Forbidden knowledge. I'm gonna pick Snadra.
Who even reveals one of his players. Ooh, and Potato says max out one character in front of the other 2. Oh. Wait, so the first character has all masteries, the second 2 have none?
Yeah, I think that's what it means.
Ooh. That first character. Gonna be awfully important then.
And talismans are untouched base so far.
So far. Although you may be tempting fate with that statement. But barring any... Oh! Same with talismans. So 1 for the first character, but none for the second or third character. So yeah, that first exile is key. And finding some way to still get contributions out of a 0 mastery, 0 talisman, player number 2 and player number 3, that could also be a key to success. So let's get this one started then.
success.
So, of course, we're at the book. As that was Kor's request, he had said that he intended to take Snadra. The question is, would Snadra be the first one with all the masteries and talismans? And yes, that is what he goes for here. Power casting Snadra in her home arena, of course. Was that all left side? Was it supposed to be all left side? On the masteries? If so, that was not initially stated. I'm looking at the request right now, and that was not initially stated. And as Kor has already locked in that exile, I think we're going to have to say that was a... Oh, okay. He did all left. Gotcha. Okay. Wasn't sure if that was our... Oh, by the way, you must do all left side.
Oh, excited.
Yeah, just excited. Just
excited.
Does it anyways. Log champ indeed. Snadra versus Lendl. Which nomad will emerge victorious? Because now, the remaining exiles, 0 masteries, 0 talismans. So of course it will be difficult to get any significant contributions out of those characters. Not impossible, but difficult. So Kor went Sap and Cacao went Imp. Masters or Talismans, Kor goes Worm. And Cacao finishes with a Demon. So here we go. Everything invested in that first exile, and of course they both immediately get banished. Kor strategically throws the orb at his own Pyre to bounce it way out. Snadra with the snipes. Lendl trying to do the same. But Snadra down. Oh, big banishment there, though. For a second there, it looked like Cacao was trying to score on himself. Kor has it back. He's blocked. And cornered a bit here. Oh, no. Banishes the defender. Snadra. Banishes one. Orb bounces back out. Down goes Snadra. Lendl returns. Gilman's throw is unblockable, but it's slightly short. The number of times that players have deliberately thrown the orb at their own Pyre might already be setting a record. Seen a whole lot of that, but it is Snadra plunging for 20 here to get things started, although that means that with no pair beats, Kor's now down his only character with masteries or talismans, and it's defenseless here. And Cacao will also score for 20, leech 10, and as that was a throw, not a plunge, still has Lendl.
To call who shall prevail as yet.
Also, apparently, the voice cannot do math,
His aim was true.
but Gilman with a quick 13 damage throw here, putting Kor back in the lead.
Prevail.
Snadra trying to get rid of his Paleth with a power cast, and does so. Snadra trying to find a way around Lendl, and oh, intercepted. But does get rid of him. Cacao defenseless momentarily, but gets Vizpleth back just in time. Lendl. Vizpleth back to Lendl. Lendl down as well. Free orb. But down goes Snadra. Lendl. Banished. Snadra trying to clear out some space. And does make it in there for 20 damage and 10 leech, as both players, remember, went all left side with their nomads. That does come with some built-in leech. Gilman. Ooh, sneaking around. Throw is unblockable, and it is off, but it is intercepted. Family. Finding some time. Snadra is gone for good in this round, though, as once again Kor plunged with her. So here's Lendl. Shoulder smashes the defender. Core defenseless. And once again, it is Cacao throwing with his key character. So that means Lendl will stay in for this round as well. Though he does get banished. Here is Snadra. She's banished. Cacao. Blocked. Snadra gets rid of Lendl. Trying to dispose of Bisbloth and does. And makes it in. 20 damage, 10 leech, but once again, a plunge means no Snadra for this round. Lendl. Throw is intercepted, and he's banished. Gilman, oh, not enough time for the throw.
The orb is taken.
His Paleth is blocked. Blocked again. Banishes one defender. Blocked again. Now Core has it back. Goes down and is defenseless for the next couple seconds. But Bailey returns. Hanley down. Lendl.
No sign of
And Raji able to stop Gilman, and so once again, history repeats itself.
Wayne.
As it is the key players that keep on scoring.
A swift
In the same ways as well. Snadra. Throw intercepted. Shoulder smashes the defender. And so, oh, it looked like that might have been a rare opportunity for Core to throw with Snadra. Maybe this time around.
orb is up.
No, here comes Vispaleth just in time. Lendl for Cacao. Trying to avoid Snadra, but cannot.
Unclaimed again.
Here she is. She shoulder smashes the only defender. Time to throw. Has to cut it a little bit short here, but Core may be willing to take that sacrifice, as we've seen every other time. Snadra was always plunging, so at least she's in for this round. Worm throw does land for 14, dropping Cacao down to 30. Of course, both players do have leash with their nomads, so Cacao could get some Pyre life back if Lendl is to score here. That's what he's going for, but Lendl's throws intercepted. Snadra on the counter. Finds an opening. Plunges for 20, leeches 10, but no Snadra here. Core may be willing to deal with that though, because one score may be all he needs. This could be it. And there it is.
Good game.
GG.
It was as though the scribes themselves stood by their side. The rite is complete.
Well played. And we'll head on back.
Until the next rite.
Alright, we'll reset ourselves here. I think we had a song or two. Other than that, let us know if there's anything we'd like for the next one. Let's see. Is it Time Passes Acoustic from Anor? Is that next on the list? I think so, yeah. Okay, so that one will, I think, require and camp. Hold on. But it is an extended soundtrack one, is it not? Wait. What is it? You said... Oh, wait, that's Pyre. Looking under the wrong game, first of all. Let's see. Not that one. Here's the normal one, I think. Don't think this is acoustic. Let's try this real quick. Let's try this. Yeah, that is not acoustic. Yeah, I've been having a little trouble tracking down the extended soundtrack for Transistor and the white lute, black mandolin for Pyre and whatnot, since we do need to be going on Bandcamp. Since otherwise StreakBot is just not smart enough. So we might need to settle for this, I'm afraid. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on! Hold on. The team coming up clutch here, perhaps? There it is. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, iRotor. Okay. So we have the song, but let us know if there's anything else we'd like. Anything in addition to the song that we'd like for this one? Obviously, that's all set and ready to go, but nothing yet for Exiles, Masteries, Talismans, or Arenas.
I think we're ready to go.
And seeing nothing, I suppose in that case, we might as well just get this one started.
The Pyre hearts.
Did we just get... Wait, did we reset our arena? Or did we get a random...
Oh, this is
I forgot. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me reset it then. Wait, what? It was random. It was random.
It was random.
Oh, I thought you said that I forgot. Never mind. Well, now we will have a different arena.
Notebook again?
We'll spare you. Don't worry, Cacao. We'll spare you.
The Pyre hearts.
Okay, it's the spring.
Face.
There you go.
Accusers. Welcome.
I think this calls for major harpage.
The
Oh,
rites.
apparently. Alright, so Core goes Harp. Cacao goes Stowaway.
Tizo.
Then Web Lanthorn Tizo in the second spot for Core. Exploding Lady River for Cacao. Technically the wrong worm to be exploding, but you know what? We'll give it to you.
Sir Gilman.
And lastly, it is Gilman for Core, so he'll go with a worm as well. Maybe some stunning claim strats. Then Titan-Tooth Gilman, so that's a second worm there for Cacao. And here we go.
Into the adversary's flame. Commence.
Lady River. Back to Gilman. Gilman hops over one defender and throws this one in for 15.
Tis taken.
Ametha down. Stowaway down. Gilman down. Lady River's throw is going to be short. She has it back here. Now she's banished, but here's a little bit of mini Infiniworms. The Stowaway is going to mess with that a bit now that she's back. But here it is once again. Oh, the stunning claim to at least slow down Cacao and prevent Cacao from using the infinite stamina strats of the Infiniworms. Oh, and Cacao was looking to do a stunning claim as well. Didn't get it on the first of the worms, but did on the second. Of course, Pamitha gets blocked. Stowaway avoids banishment, well, at least initially. Now a little Infiniworms. But the Stowaway comes back and ruins it. She goes down. 4 with Pamitha. Here she is, pushing her way in for 20. Stowaway teleports to the orb. And just goes all the way around and loops in to the Pyre for a 20 damage plunge. No prayer beads on her, so she's gone for this round, which means Infiniworms active in full here. And here they come. The throw. Oh, and Core tried to stunning claim it, but the throw was already off. So carry on we shall, but only after Cacao gets that throw in. Oh, Core looked like he had an opening there. It does still manage to get the throw in for 20 from Pamitha. Stowaway teleporting to the orb. Still on the move here, but goes down. Mini Infiniworms. But again, the Stowaway is back, ruining the Infiniworms. And so Pamitha gets it back and plunges quickly here. She was already in an attacking position. Stowaway, little circle around the obstacle, and then mini Infiniworms once again. And now that the Stowaway is back, it is broken, but she teleports the orb, and there's no one back on Core's side, so this is an uncontested throw for 20. Dropping Core down to 30 Pyre life, meaning that Potato and Core alike may need just 2 scores. Stowaway dancing all over the place here. Banishes Pamitha, then gets banished, bringing Pamitha back. Here she is. It's rid of the Stowaway, or rather, Lady River. Ametha blocked. But she's back here. But Skillman making the move. His throw is short. Stowaway. Off to the races. Skillman the other way. Hiding in the corner, but it's little Infiniworm action here. The throw is unblockable. Oh, but it was going to be short. Core able to intercept. Core, oh, was sneaking a worm there. Back in the corner. Double banishment from Tamitha. Gets rid of both defenders. Throw is intercepted. And now it's off the races once again. Oh, the throw is just short. And Core did have an exile right next to the Pyre, able to plunge for 15, although that was his lowest damage exile, which means he does still need 2 scores. So it doesn't really change the dynamic here all that much. Continued stalemate between Tamitha and Lady River. Oh, everyone down, but that just triggers Infiniworms. And so Cacao lands this throw, dropping Core to 15, which is significant because that means that now Cacao just needs 1 score from any exile. As long as it's full damage, even the worms have enough to get the job done. Core. Gilman. Probing. Goes around the other way, that throw's unblockable. Oh, but it's just short. Nearly gets the rebound, but Lady River comes back just in time to pick it up. Here's little Infiniworms action. Stowaway returns as well. She's blocked. And banish. Here's Pamitha for Core. Ooh, little tricky maneuver there, but a throw is intercepted. Pamitha again. Throw intercepted once more. Lady River explodes, and that brings back Gilman. And the Stowaway. Here she is. Taking one way, trying to go the other, and just go straight in for the winning plunge.
The accusers prevail.
Oh, but it's just short indeed.
Good game.
GG.
The rite is ended.
All right, let's head on back.
Until the stars align.
Kerr said. Takes 1 and 2 are Kerrs with a cursed talisman. Love the 4th wall breaks from the voice. They do happen every now and again, I suppose. Oh, I wasn't fast enough. Okay, well, we are, I believe, songless at the moment. Let me double check. Have we seen any subsequent songs? I don't think that we have. I think we are still songless here, so we'll go back to our defaults, unless, of course, you guys have something else that you'd like to see or hear. Path to Glory, okay. Well, either way. Does mean we're looking to turn back on the in-game music. There it is. Of course, it is the team theme for the Accusers, Cacao's team. So, anything else? There was talk of potentially a Cursed Talisman Curse setup, but no confirmation as of yet.
It does not sound fun, Eric.
Also, I'll be brutally honest. Triple or double Curse when the 2 players are Core and Cacao. When I have a really stuffy nose, please don't make me do that. It was really hard when it happened before. Oh. Core's Kerr captures the orb from Cacao. Try saying that fast. Oh, but the cursed talisman cripples Cacao's cur. It was pretty cursed. It was pretty cursed.
Are we doing curse with cursed talisman?
I think that was originally the intention, and then we both just said that we kind of didn't want to do that, and now Potato is unsure where to take it from there. You see what I mean? It is not easy to say these things quickly.
So what does Potato want? I'm so confused.
I think the intention was originally for it to be the double cursed talisman. But then okay. Then I think we talked Potato out of it. Now it's Nightwing's legendary talismans, Night Legs. And Follisolium as well. I'm getting the sense this might be Cacao's last match. I don't know, Cacao, maybe not. But I do remember Cacao has made a point of trying to do things like using the Accuser's theme or Accuser's Never to Return and doing Follisolium for the last match. But no, okay, I'm reading too much into it, never mind. Alright, that covers basically everything in that case. So let's get this one started then.
The Pyre arts shall confront the accusers. Welcome.
So it's Nightwing's legendary talismans.
Conduct the rites.
Which of course means a maximum of one type of class. Core leads off with Pamitha with the Triesta's Plume, which gives 5 extra damage when plunging while flying. And if plunging while flying, a 50% chance to come back from banishment like Prayer Beads. Udmilda's not a Nightwing? What? What is this nonsense?
What? You gotta pick Bertrude.
I mean, unless I'm missing something here. Alternate timeline in which the Nightwings recruit Udmilda instead of Bertrude? Now that might be an interesting story. Core considers his options, but ultimately settles on Jody for extra casting distance with that talisman. Then it's a Nutrisistic Volfred in the next spot for Cacao.
Bertrude.
And Core also goes with Bertrude, capable of casting through barriers with that legendary talisman. And Cacao finishes with a power casting Headwind. So here we go. Nightwing's legendary talismans. Amethyst is blocked. Oh, but switches. He's back at it here. Trying to find an opening. Oh, switches once again, this time to Jody. So it does look like using that Harp's Lute to switch characters will perhaps be Core's go-to strat, at least offensively. Oh, speaking of offensive strats, that's a nutrition stick dodge. Nearly to set up the score for Cacao, but it's Core back on the orb now, but gets banished by those huge Headwind power casts. And that gets rid of the last of Core's exiles. So time for Cacao to throw this one in with Headwind for 20. Ametha waits for it, but still goes down. Bertrude gets rid of Volfred. Sidesteps the Headwind power cast, then gets shoulder smashed by him, though. One big cast versus another. Jody wins out, but the orb is within the safety of that sapling. Now. Trying to get the orb back in the sapling, it seems. Oh, but Headwind still gets sniped. Cacao defenseless here. If Kakor is quick, this is a chance to get in an uncontested score, and does throw this in for 30 with Bertrude. Ametha banished. Bertrude versus Bertrude. Down goes Volfred. That throw is unblockable, and does land here for 18. Oftentimes, of course, we do see the quick throwing talismans when people are choosing to go with the offensive crones, but can't do so this time, as both players need to use the legendary crone talisman. So a little bit longer to charge up that full damage crone throw. The core does have time to do it here. Oh, and we did see Cal must have taken Stubborn Flame, limiting Core's maximum damage, reducing it by 10 whenever Core's in the lead, which is why we saw 20 damage even after a fully charged up prone throw that time. Did see Core take Brazen Manor though on Jody. Here she is. Would have been extra damage if she plunged soon. But she did go down, and suddenly here's Headwind. He's banished. Ametha blocked. Switches in. Bertrude. Just enough on the jump to avoid the sapling, but Headwind comes back and takes her out. Here is Headwind. He's sniped. Jody goes down as well. Core defenseless here. If Cacao is quick, but Cacao hesitates, and Core has Bertrude back at least. But Cacao still finds a way in here, lunging for 30. Of course, no prayer beads for anybody. That means Bertrude is now gone for Cacao. That throw looked like it might have been short. It was. Headwind. Waiting for reinforcements, perhaps. But they have not come yet. Here's Volfred. And the exploding sapling takes out Bertrude. Ametha switches in to Jody. Jody blocked. Banishes one defender, though. Second defender down. And that third defender is permanently banished. Oh, and Core is thinking about setting up the Brazen Manor. Does so. And so that means 30 damage on the plunge. Cacao is hanging on by 2. Does, of course, have Volfred, and therefore may have some rekindling here. So we can't rule out the second life bar. Cacao. Bertrude. Avoids Pamitha. But can't avoid the other Bertrude. Force Bertrude over to Pamitha. Around the sapling. Tries to make a move, a push. Of course, anything will do for Core to at least trigger that rekindling, assuming there is some. Bertrude. Avoids the exploding sapling. Throw is unblockable, but I don't think he has the range, and Bertrude goes down. Quick maneuver here from Volfred. Trying to shield off Pamitha, but can only do so for so long. Pamitha gets Bertrude back. Of course, no Jody for Core in this round, as she plunged in the previous round. Bertrude's throw does land, and there is the rekindling. It's 10. So that means one more score, likely all Core needs here. Any exile, of course, capable of doing that much damage, even with Stubborn Flame active. Jody going on a banishing spree. Then goes down. Ametha, avoiding Headwind thus far. Sidesteps him in. The winning plunge.
Good game.
GG.
Must be rather shaken after that. The rite is complete.
Well played. And let's head on back.
Until the stars align.
Okay, let's reset ourselves. But otherwise, let us know, chat, if there's anything you'd like to hear for the next one. Did we have... I mean, we've had several times where we've had double song requests today, but I don't think this was one of those times. Path to Glory... And just Path to Glory. Boat! Have we had a boat right yet today?
I don't think so.
I don't think we have. I don't think we have. So it's Boat, Exiles from Potato. Has Brawlbert reappeared? It's around that time, perhaps. It's getting close. Oh, I think we still need to go a little longer before Brawlbert will make a reappearance. But it's right around that time. You say poor Brawlbert. He knows what he did. He knows what he did. Anything else we'd like for this one? He just wanted to listen to his favorite song? No! That's definitely not what that was all about. Maybe a song request, perchance? We don't have one at the moment, so we could. We could. I wouldn't recommend going in that direction, though. I wouldn't recommend going in that direction, though. I would not advise doing that. In fact, I would advise against it. I dare say. Why don't we get this one started, in fact? Before anyone gets any big ideas, they're not gonna happen.
The Pyre Hearts versus the accusers. Welcome.
Okay, was this a request, Merrick, or was this just a thought you had considered? Of maybe taking Bertrude and whichever other exiles you think would be the most apt to brawl with? Oh, you did redeem it. Okay.
Bertrude.
So it's a banishing throws Bertrude. I mean, those crone throws are quite slow. But it does make your opponent hesitate quite a bit when they see that mortar coming down toward them. But they just abandon ship and run away from wherever the orb is about to land. Okay, so Bertrude to the first spot for both players. Theoretically, they're looking for the best brawlers. For the
The best
remaining...
brawlers are the best fencers.
Oh! I don't know.
Rookie.
4 goes Rookie. I mean, even if you're making that case, that you're looking for fencers, I feel like there is a more obvious choice, other than Rookie, in that spot.
Oh, he's coming.
Okay, okay. I was gonna say, you of all people, Core, surely. Ignarius was the first one that came to mind when we were talking brawling. I mean, maybe that's how he broke his horn there, for all we know.
Ignatius.
Okay, and yes, if we're talking fencing, then that was the exile I was expecting to see. Deluge?
No, you are wrong.
Tamitha, yeah, I could see that being the case. Alright, here we go. Bertrude and the Brawlers. Or in Core's case, Bertrude and the Fencers. Bertrude down, though. The other Bertrude for Cacao. Oh!
The accusers.
A little bit of an extra leap there, I think. Just a little more airtime coming from the boat. Setting up that plunge. That means no Bertrude in this round for Cacao. Down goes Core's Bertrude as well. Now it's Ignarius' turn. Here he comes, but he's banished. Amitha. Oh, Rookie has it back here. Over to Gilman. His throw.
Orb sails forth.
It's good for 15. We did see that Cacao took some additional starting Pyre life with Ignarius, and that's why still over 100 Pyre life now, even after that score. Rookie. Blocked. And the Titan Tooth will stun. Make that another Titan Tooth. This time it's just Cacao who's stunned, and so 4 able to plunge here for 20. Ooh, almost a super jump there, coming from Bertrude. Bertrude is back, though. But banished. 4. Gilman. Oh, has she sees chance active, so that's 25 damage there. An extra 10. Bertrude versus Bertrude, and both go down. Iggy. Locked. He has the Titan Tooth, so that stuns Core. Setting up this uncontested 20-point throw. Crones collide once again. Oh, but there is Cacao using the Crone Salute, transforming all of Core's Exiles into defenseless Howlers. For this uncontested 30-point throw, plus 15 Leech as well for Cacao. Does still need another score, though. Not from Ignarius. At least not this time. Bertrude. Banished. Tamitha throws the orb at her own Pyre, bouncing it out here. Tamitha again. She's banished. 4 picks up the orb. Gets it back here. And just barely gets the throw off for 15. 4 with the orb, with Bertrude. Goes straight in. 30 damage on that plunge. Series of banishments leaves Cacao with just Tamitha here. And she's stunned. So opportunity for Core. He speeds in for 20 damage on this plunge, and that means that this is a 1-score game apiece if Core is to score with Bertrude. With another Exile, he would not quite have enough damage. Or Seize Chance with Gilman, because we have seen he has that as well. Here is Gilman. Seize Chance not active at the moment, so that means at most this would be 15 damage. And that is what it lands for. That does mean, though, that now Core can score with any of his characters. That would be enough. No need to be picky anymore. And here comes Cacao. Ametha. Blocked. Oh, and Titan 2 stunned! Core, oh, but misses the mark! Follows up and still scrambles in for the winning plunge.
Good game.
GG.
Achieved, and thus more glorious.
A photo finish indeed. What a comeback as well. True.
Until the next.
Was it 90-15? That's big. Potato.
Don't do potato. It's not worth it.
Potato, don't do it! Potato, you don't have to. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. You had us worried there for a second. You had us a little worried there. Okay. Oh, and Core says, no requests, at least when it comes to exiles, but we are in the Glade. Seems like Core has something in particular in mind here. And maybe Cacao knows what it is, or also making sure nobody takes any specific talisman or skills requests. So it'll be up to our players here to choose what they'd like. And it does seem like Core is setting the stage for some kind of specific setup. We'll have to see what exactly that is. And of course, that means we have basically everything accounted for here. So let's get started. Cacao says, yes, pretty good idea as to what Core is up to here.
The Pyre hearts shall now face the accusers. Welcome.
And Cacao has a troll tactic.
Who shall be
Alright, we'll have to see. I do think we have occasionally seen Core break out the Bottled Void strats here in the Glade as well. May not have the hockey pucks that go flying around like crazy, but it is still a really small, tightly confined arena, and so it does make it that much easier for the Bottled Void to, well, maximize its effect, magnetizing people in, and potentially banishing them in the process. That was Gareth in the first spot for Cacao. Right, it's Web Lanthorn Jody for Core. I'm still not sure what he's trying to do here. Exploding Deluge in the second spot for Cacao. Is this what Cacao anticipated? Maybe it isn't. Oh, but alas, there it is. That is the Bottled Void. Core saving it for last, and maybe giving Cacao just enough doubt that may not have necessarily set everything up to counter this. Might have second-guessed himself. Alright, and it is a Titan Tooth Lady River, and here we go.
the orb is up?
It is Bottled Void from Core. Gareth. He just never stops running. then passes it over when he gets banished and explodes on almost the entire team. Gareth returns, goes down, but automatically passes the orb. It's a little bit of Infiniworms here, it seems, from Cacao. Force throw, oh, does land. For a second there, I thought that might have been short, but sees chance as well. So an extra 10 damage for a total of 25. Gareth automatically passes when he goes down. Tim versus Jody. And Jody stuns him, but does still get blocked. Persistence, though, as Jody banishes 2 of the defenders, but now gets Titan Tooth stunned. Cacao may be just short on that throw. Jody next to the Pyre, but she's blocked again. Has it back, and eventually, finally, Core does make it in with her on that 30 damage plunge. Cacao back with Gareth. And only Gareth, but that means a little bit of Infiniworms here. The throw does land. For 15, we did see Core take starting Pyre Life, additional starting Pyre Life, with Jody, which is why he's still at 120 even after that score. Deluge goes halfway across the world just to banish the opposing team, and well, it does set up this plunge for Gareth. Or with a quick counter for a 9 damage throw. First to the orb is Cacao with Gareth. Knocked back. Back on the orb. Not for long. Stunning claim from Cacao. Not enough to make Gareth the only exile capable of moving, but it did at least slow down Core. Here is Gareth. He gets banished. And Core stunned. Means time and space for this 15 damage throw from Cacao. Gareth again. Round the other side of the Pyre and ups not to jump, so sneaks under the defender there for a 20 damage plunge. Some little reverse psychology plays there. Core throws this in for 11. And that drops Cacao down to 25, which means Core may be able to finish this one with one more score, certainly with Jody. And if he has Seize Chance, which he does, on Gillen, that also is a possibility. But Cacao with it back here. And a little bit of Infiniworms. The throw, oh, does not get off. But once again, this Titan Tooth, the stun, really slowing down Core, setting up another score for Cacao. Cacao brings back Lady River. Now just Gareth. On a little Infiniworms again. Throw. Short. Oh, and Core plunges. Oh, did Cacao have some leech?
Now go on just once more.
Or no. No, Cacao was on 25 Pyre Life before. But we were saying that it would need to be a Seize Chance Worm or a Jody Plunge to finish the job. So Core now just needs one score. Cacao is getting closer, but will still take at least 3, I think, at this stage, unless Cacao also has Seize Chance. There's Core Stunning Claim. Slowing down Cacao. But Cacao, oh, has the orb back. Oh, and sidesteps the cast. Lands on this throw for 10. So that means 2 scores for Cacao. 1 score for Core is what we're looking at. Orb inadvertently hits Cacao's Pyre, bounces back out towards Jody, although Gareth teleports onto it. Gets banished and automatically passes over to his worm friend, setting up this throw. And that means 1 score for either player would do the trick. Sudden death match, who will it be? And the answer is Cacao.
Good game.
GG.
Certainly would not. The rite is ended.
Well played, you two.
Until the stars align.
Alright, so. It was the vacuum cleaner. We didn't see very much of it, to be honest. Alright, let's reset ourselves here. I did not mean to press that button. Because I don't think I was the one that pressed it. There we go. Was that you, Cacao? Alright, let us know, chat, if there's anything you'd like to see or hear for the next one. Of course, we will reset our song. So let's do that now. Well, let us know if there's anything that we should replace that with. What? Excuse me? Oh, okay, just a little delay on the music? Oh, it's the muted music, as if we are canceling out a right? Oh, I guess we kind of did that. I guess we did kind of do that. So, is there anything that we would like for this next right? I don't think we have anything left over at the moment. Road Fool, thanks for the follow. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Of course, doing some multiplayer Pyre stuffs. Or, oh! Back to the Glade. Okay. Perhaps we're not done here. Final Expanse Payback version. Ignore. Doing all these alternate versions. Is that an alternate version? It is, right? Yeah, because I can think of what the original version is and what the version you're thinking of is. You are making it a little tougher to track these down, but hopefully, let's see. There it is. Okay, this one is still doable. I found it. I found it. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're good. We're good. I think this is it. Apparently. Apparently. Alright, so we have the arena. We have the song, obviously, as well. Is there anything else we're looking for, though, for this next one? I mean, we saw Core request Glade of Blue last time, and then specifically made sure that other people didn't request anything of the different categories, so that he could go with his preferred team. Not the case this time, though. Just the arena this time. But I guess we'll get this one started.
The Pyre hearts shall take on the accusers. Welcome. Who shall conduct the rites?
Okay, to say Titan Tooth Panther in the first spot for Core. Double Glade, yeah. Core requested it last time and requested it this time as well. Then a Titan Tooth Pulmus there from Cacao. I was wondering if that's what the idea was. Perhaps Core planning more of the same here. Just thinking, I just need one more chance. Just give me another try. It was a close one, of course. I believe one of our many sudden death matches today.
Sir Gilman.
Then an exploding Gilman for Cacao.
Tizo.
Wetland Thorn Tizo for Core. And lastly, Lendl for Cacao. Here we go. Same arena. Not quite the same team for Core. Very different team, I believe, for Cacao. Jody. Jody banished. Those big casts from Lendl. And Titan to stunning Cacao, though, as Core comes in and banishes 2 of Cacao's exiles, but now the third and final. And Core have time to get Jody over there. Lendl has returned. And Jody goes down. It may be time for Pamitha. She definitely had an opening there, but Core opted not to take it. Huge implosion, nearly wiping the entire team, but Lendl somehow avoided it. Now he's banished, but that does bring back Gilman. Sidesteps one defender, and does still manage to get the throw off here for 11 damage. Ametha blocked, but switches into Jody, who's looking to banish, but then gets banished. Titan Tooth stuns Tizo. Cacao charge up that throw with Paulus, and it does land here for the full 25. Ametha down. Tizo blocked. And Core stunned here. Is that enough time for Cacao? Oh, the throw is intercepted. Jody blocked, but gets stunned. And so, oh, the throw intercepted once again at the last second. And then a quick counterattack from Core for a quick 5 damage throw. Ametha pushes her way in for 20 damage on this plunge. Tizo banishes 2. Jody versus Lendl. Lendl wins out. Tizo. Tizo versus Lendl. A classic showdown. Tizo just looking to banish everybody, but only gets Lendl. Cow on the attack still. But Jody fends that off. Ooh, that is a precariously placed orb and sapling, but Jody does still get it. And that is a portal location that sets up this insta-plunge for Core. Ametha. We will not speak of that plunge. There's what Core is looking for, banishing the entire team with one Tizo implosion. And setting up a pretty solid portal as well. Jody with Brazen Manor, perhaps looking to go through that portal. Also perhaps looking for the entrance to said portal, although Cacao has it manned at the moment. Now visible again, but as soon as that happens, Cacao moves that portal location and has an uncontested 20 damage throw with 10 leech. Cacao trying to go in with the worm throw, but that's short. Core with the counterattack. Once again has that imp standing next to the opposing Pyre for 11 damage here. And that does drop Cacao down to 24, which means Jody would be capable of getting rid of all that Pyre life in one go. But Cacao is not done yet. Plunging for 15 here. Ametha blocked. Oh, but switches to avoid the stun. Here she is, and no defenders in at the moment. Gets Jody in via salute. And there is the plunge, but it triggers the rekindling, so Cacao is still hanging on with a second life bar here of 10. So that means that now one score from Core is all he needs. Switches into Tizo to avoid the stun. Banishes 2 out of 3 of the opposing characters, and the other one would be, of course, Gilman there. He goes down, but Lendl returns. Him against Pamitha, and that was potentially a game-saving play there. So here comes Cacao. As Palmas the only one that avoided banishment there, so Cacao retreats, looking for reinforcements, and gets some in the form of Lendl.
Positively brutish.
Lendl gets, stunned, but does shoulder smash Pamitha, although no one back to defend. Oh, Gilman shifts into position. Lendl, is off target on the throw. Might not have had enough range. There is the winning plunge from Core.
Good game.
GG.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
Well played, you two. Let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
Okay, and it is getting a little bit late, so I just want to make sure if there is anyone else who wants to... Wait, Brawlenbert has returned! Brawlenbert has returned from exile. Brawlenbert, I hope you have learned from your crimes. What I was going to say... I returned and have learned nothing. What I was going to say is that it is getting late, and so if there is anyone else who'd like to get in tonight before we start doing our Liberation Rite protocols and calling it a night, then we may be running out of time for that. So I just want to make sure that if there is anyone who has not yet gotten the chance to play today, that we at least extend an invitation to you. Potato wants Glade again. Let's see, we had another request in there, didn't we? Butterfly, or should I say Flutterfly. Okay, what do we have here? Talisman request Nomad with full left. Wait, what? That's not a talisman. 3 Nomad with full left. Oh, timed it. Timed it. Okay. Nice. Oh, no worries. No worries. It was just a misclick. Okay, let's put back on. In-game music.
So then talismans can be whatever they want then.
So yeah, it seems like, just to confirm here, 3 nomads, all left side masteries on all of them. And talismans are entirely up to you, I suppose, because that was supposed to be a masteries request, I think. Okay. Okay. So what is this? A best 2 out of 3 at the Glade of Lou is basically the idea? Because you're all tied up at 1 apiece. We need to determine who the Glade champion is. At least for today. I suppose. Vast range and high DK. Alright, let's go for it then.
Wait, so you're requiring Thorn Knot? Or you just don't care?
The Pyre hearts
Yes. Okay.
versus the accusers. Welcome.
Okay, so yes, there is a talisman component to that. Basically, the casting talismans.
Sandra.
So, of course, that means it'll be a Nomad power casting showdown here.
that a maybe as in you're
Maybe
suggesting
that talisman, is that a
or
requirement?
wearing it?
Just a loose suggestion?
Headwind.
Alright, well, Core takes it, and yes, it is a requirement. Okay. And there is Cacao taking it as well. Okay, Core is all locked in. Triple Nomad, all left side, all casting talismans or a Web Lanthorn. So here we go. We have had 2 matches at the Glade of Loot between these two already. Cacao won the first, Core won the second. And everyone is banished here. I have a feeling we're going to see that happen a lot, given how we have some very big casting characters here. So we will see who wins the third and decisive match in what has apparently turned into a best 2 out of 3 series at the Glade.
Force of will behind that thrust.
And so we're gonna see a lot of times when players just trade banishments. Oh, and Cacao goes for, what was that, a 180 cast? Or was that a 360?
Exiles have returned.
Either way, here is Core. The throw looks like it's gonna fall just short, so he has to move in. But by the time he's done so, he goes down, and that is a big banishment from Core. As Cacao currently has just Headwind, but he has the Web Lanthorn, so he brings back a friend with that banishment. And it's now Cacao back at full strength. And as soon as I say that, Snadra goes down. So I think what we might see here is that because these Nomads are so strong defensively, we might see basically both players waiting to make a move until they find themselves with no opposing players to stop them. Otherwise, it's just going to be really hard to make a move on all these Nomads. The Core says, well, hold on a second. The orb is just sitting there right next to the opposing Pyre. Might as well at least make a move for it.
You are powerless.
And Core defenseless, so there's at least a little bit of time for Cacao to move up here because, yes, it was mostly a fight of banishments, but the orb was hanging out next to Cacao's Pyre, so it was a little bit of a siege that Core was waging on Cacao's Pyre. But once again, Core defenseless. Oh, it's not afraid of that throw, though. So Cacao settles for plunging here for 20. The downside, of course, is that means no Snadra for this round for Cacao. Big Kaz, big banishments. Good Cacao. Doing some work here, getting rid of Core's exiles once again this time. Oh, does have the time for the throw, but the momentum takes him in for the plunge accidentally.
Shall the accusers press their luck, perhaps?
Core. Uncontested throw.
Through it in.
Lands for 20, and remember, all these Nomads, since they're all the way on the left side, have Leech as well. Snadra's throw intercepted. Oh, nearly a triple banishment there for Core. But Snadra's still standing. And still able to make that big defensive play. So here comes Cacao.
Good.
Both players, again, likely trying
Orb is up.
to get all of their opposing characters banished, and using that as one of the few opportunities to make a move, and that is what Core finds himself with here, although not quite enough time to run that one in.
His own.
As we've seen many times already, long periods of time in which neither player either bothers to pick up the orb,
Accusers banished to the land.
and the orb is all the way over in the corner here. No exiles left to defend for Cacao, although by the time Core gets to the orb, they will respawn. Ooh, Core
Worthy show.
does find a little window of time to pick up that orb and hop over the cast and make it in here. Remember, every score worth both points of damage on your opponent's Pyre, and will also heal your own Pyre, because all these nomads have 50% leech.
Such chaos.
4. Oh, not quite quick enough. Cacao with the last second save. Deliberately throws the orb at the Pyre to bounce it out, as it has been difficult at times to move that orb when it's just a non-stop war of casts. Ooh, big cast there, at least temporarily. Got rid of all of Kor's exiles, so Cacao able to move in here, and now banishes the last of Kor's exiles once again. So that's time for a 20 damage throw and 10 leech for Cacao this time. Just about leveling the sides at basically 60 apiece, as Cacao is defenseless and will not get anyone back quickly enough to stop this Snadra throw. Good for 20 and 10 leech. To Kor. Back to re-establishing this lead. Snadra hops in for 20. And that drops Cacao down to 19, which of course means one more score is all that Kor needs, unless Cacao scores again, gets some leech. And then that would be an important threshold that Cacao would get to, because that would make it necessary for Kor to score a couple of times. And there it is, 20 damage score. Drops Kor down to 60, but perhaps more importantly, gets Cacao back up to 29, where it now does take more than one score for Kor. It's just a little more margin for error for Cacao in that case. Kor, with Lendl, tries to loop around, but Cacao was not fooled. Ooh, big cast there. Good dodges, but the orb remains unclaimed, and Kor trying to keep that in mind, because there it is. No defenders to stop him. And so able to throw it in for 20, and that is why it was so important that Cacao scored previously. Otherwise, that would have been the winning score. Now Kor needs one more again, unless Cacao is to score again, although at this rate, it would likely take 2 scores for Cacao in order to have enough Pyre Life leached back to still be able to survive another full-strength Kor score. Snadra over that cast, but Cacao still able to follow up with the banishment. And that was the last of Kor's exiles. No, Snadra comes back just in time.
Thoroughly banished.
Now Kor defenseless, so Cacao at the very least enough time to move the orb up a little bit closer to Kor's Pyre. Once again, retreats a bit. Kor still at full strength here. Now Snadra down. And there is the winning plunge.
The Pyre Hawk prevail. And what a
Good game.
GG. A lot of banishments.
ceremony is complete.
A whole lot of banishments.
Until the next rite.
Alright, so as I was saying, it is starting to get fairly late here, so I just want to extend the invitation if there is anyone in chat who's not yet gotten the chance to play today, who is hoping to play today. We're running rather low on time. I want to make sure we at least offer you the opportunity to get in here. Grand ceremony. Sure thing. Oh no, this way. There you are. Of course, if there isn't anyone from chat who's looking to get in, then we can, of course, just have Kor and Cacao continue to play off against each other. Assuming they're still available to do so, that's still an option.
Night, Nor.
See you later, Nor. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. And not currently, at least, seeing anyone expressing interest in jumping in here, in which case, I suppose if you guys are still available, we'll continue to go Core versus Cacao. We have, of course, seen some great matches between them. And is there anything other than the song that we're looking for here? Or will that be all? Looks like it may be. Looks like it may be, in which case we'll just have these two take whatever they'd like to take. So let's go for it. Oh, hold on.
The Pyre hearts,
That sounds like a boat to me.
the accusers.
That might mess with their plans a little bit here.
Who shall conduct the rites?
It's a boat!
Sandra.
4-6 with Snadra. Whereas Cacao goes for a defensive Volfred. I think we saw a double rekindling there, so that is worth bearing in mind. Then a Titan Tooth saluting Pamitha, so she will be able to switch places with her closest ally using that salute. That may very well be a key feature in Core's strategy of this match. As Cacao goes with something similar there as well, with Soxiana. And then this may be the exile that Core is looking to switch places with, as Bertrand does have more damage than Pamitha and has some leech as well with that talisman. Also think we did see Core take the salute, which means Bertrand will be able to transform all of Cacao's exiles into defenseless howlers once during this rite, giving him what is more or less a free score. Oh, then a big damage Vizpleth right there. I think we saw Brazen Manor on that Vizpleth. So that is likely to be the preferred switch target for Cacao. There's the Brazen Manor setup. Here's the switch. Oh, but Core stops that before it can turn into a problem. Snadra. Blocked. Bandish is the only defender, though. Here comes Vizpleth, just in time to stop Snadra. Pamitha. Gets blocked, but triggers Titan Tooth. So we'll see some stuns here. And that is Soxiana who won that Harp duel. Core gets the loose orb, which was right on top of Cacao's Pyre. Cacao locks down the orb with the sapling. Just about. And right now, just Soxiana, no, she goes down. So that means Cacao defenseless here. Oh, that is not who Core is looking to switch it to, because Bertrand plunged, and she doesn't have prayer beads, so that means his preferred score is unavailable. but she will be back now. Big banishments from Snadra. Orb remains close to Cacao's Pyre. But Cacao gets rid of Snadra. Here comes Pamitha. She has the orb. Goes around the other way, switches into Bertrude. That's what Cole wants to do. More damage and leech as well. Snadra. His Paleth. His Paleth back on it here. Perhaps trying to find a safe place to set up the Brazen Manor. But Core not giving Cacao that time or space. There it is, though. To his Paleth more dangerous for the next several seconds. Here's the switch, and there is the plunge. 38 damage is what Cacao gets out of it. Core says, don't mind that sapling. We'll just push that out of the way. Double stun from the Titan Tooth, although Core switches Exiles to avoid that stun. And there's the rekindling we were talking about after that plunge from Bertrude. Gets rid of the initial life bar, but 50 on the second one for Cacao. His Paleth. Brazen Manor. But does still go down, even within the safety of that sapling. Soxiana making moves, and does make it in here for 20 damage on that plunge. And she had Titan Tooth, I believe, not Prayer Bead, so she's out for this round now. Amethyst for Core. Circles around and finds a way in for 20. Snadra down. Amethyst permanently banished for Core in this round. So that leaves just Bertrude back defensively at the moment, but Snadra has returned. Oh, and Cacao was just waiting for that. But Core was still up to the task defensively. Bertrude does have enough damage here, whereas Snadra does not. But she plunges for 20, nonetheless. Gets a little bit of leech as well. And now needs any score for Core will do. And remember, this is already the second life bar for Cacao. Oh, and that was almost it. Now, moving in with the sap. Volfred does go down. Is Paleth. Once again, looking for that safe place to do Brazen Manor. It is set up. But it only lasts so long. And it looks like it has expired now. Well shielded. Is Paleth. Soxiana. Brazen Manor on Bispaleth. Oh, and look at that! The switch just in time. Oh, it had... Okay, last time, the Curve Fang was in effect, but the Brazen Manor must have just worn off because we saw 38 damage. This time, 48, all the damage that Cacao could get. And that means now Cacao can win this with one score as well. That is just how big of a game changer those huge plays are. But look at that, the Crone Salute setting up the winning plunge.
The Pyre heart prevailed.
GG.
Game.
They brushed aside their adversaries without too much trouble.
Almost a crazy comeback.
It's complete.
All right, we'll head on back. Well played, you two.
Until the stars align.
There's a storm going on where I am, and my other monitor shut off, and my lights flickered, but my main monitor with the game did not,
Okay.
did not go off.
So that's a little concerning, I see.
But I still pulled it through.
Okay. In that case, it is getting rather late at the moment. And it sounds like Core may or may not lose power at any point in time here. So I think...
Death.
Why don't we make this one our second to last, right? Our penultimate, right? And so we'll take any requests for this one. This will be the last one in which we do take requests. And then after that, of course, we'll go into our liberation, right? We have Exiles and Talisman, so Nutritious Stick Volfred for both players. Doesn't matter what slot. Gotcha, gotcha. Anything else, or will that be all?
Deathless Tempest.
Yeah, with nutrition steak, of course, of course. Want to see Attack of the Sap? I mean, with nutrition steak, you can certainly make it happen. It's possible. That is an option. Oh dear. Oh dear. What does Cacao have planned? Now I'm worried. Alright, let's... Oh, well, let's reset our song. Because we've already done that one. It is not 3 sap. Okay, thank you. At least we can take comfort in that.
The Pyre arts shall
Ooh, it's at the pit.
be
Ooh, 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 ooh. This is a fun one.
welcome. Who shall
Do they
conduct
look?
the rites?
So meme here is the question.
Alma.
It's Almer the first spot, and the Savages are one of, if not the class that is most capable of performing some amazing feats here at the pit. It's a Luminous Idol Pamethon, the first spot for Cacao. Of course, we do know that there needs to be a Nutrition Stick full friend at some point in time.
Volfred.
So Core takes him now.
Volfred.
There is the Nutrition Stick full friend for Cacao as well.
Teaser.
Finally, a Webblade Thorn Tizo for Core. I'll lose, but I'll do it. Rare beads
Sap.
with a ton of rekindling for Cacao on another sap. So here we go. And this feels fitting. This song feels fitting. Core? No, Core! No! Don't do it! Don't do it!
A mere attempt.
Choose the light! She'll try to avert your gaze! You saw nothing!
The orb.
You saw nothing! Clearly your eyes were deceiving you! You saw nothing! Potato. Nightbot comes after him for the caps. Well, there is our first score, a 25 damage throw from Volfred. This throw intercepted, but a big banishment. Cow retreats, waits for reinforcements, off the wall for some extra speed.
Well, now that was exciting.
Alder for Core. Over to Volfred. Nope, no Core. No, no Core. No, no Core. I know what you're doing. Don't do it. Core, no! Don't do it.
So douse them.
Oh dear. Oh dear. The black magic is revealed.
Now go.
There's no turning back. There's no turning back now, I'm afraid. He's opened Pandora's box. Don't even think about it.
Unfortunate for the Pyre hearts.
Opportunity here for Cacao, though. To throw this one in. Oh, and the 360 as well. Normally, I would say BM, but on that occasion, you know what? That was perhaps deserved. That was perhaps justified. Ulmer trying to go off the wall. Or not. Ametha switches in. Over to Volfred, who goes down before we can finish the throw. And there is a portal directly on Cacao's Pyre at the moment. Zakor is eyeing that at present, you'd have to imagine, though Cacao is currently trying to block it. Portal moves. Still somewhat dangerous, but not directly on top of the Pyre anymore. Ulmer. Throw is intercepted. Oh, and Cacao was trying to blink straight into the Pyre, but Cacao is currently defenseless. Zakor goes through the Pyre and has time to throw this one in for the full 25. Ulmer. The Volfred both go down, though. That leaves just Tizo, who goes down as well, leaving Core defenseless. Cacao plunges.
Wonderful performance, old friend.
And does have, prayer beads on one of those saps, although it was not that one. So that means Volfred is gone for the rest of this round, and perhaps that's one of the reasons why we see Cacao defenseless here. 4.
The orbs engulfed.
Cut it slightly short for 24 damage on that occasion. Does still mean any of Core's exiles capable of dealing enough damage to trigger the rekindling, but
Effort.
that is Cacao getting in a quick throw there.
Recovery.
Cacao going for it once again, but not enough time to finish this throw. Cacao defenseless. So anything will do for Core to trigger the rekindling, but as we were saying before, Cacao went all in on that rekindling. It's 100 life on the second life bar.
The orb engulfed.
And there is Cacao plunging for 20, and how much rekindling did Core take? Of course, at the most, it would be 50. I think it might have just been 10, though. And of course, Core now has a lot of progress yet that he needs to make, given how much Pyre life we just saw Cacao get back. Here is Cacao. A clever little blink, but got taken out before he could finish the throw. Cacao once again on the counter. Core shuts it down. Throw from Core intercepted. Cacao retreats, waits for some reinforcements. Has them here.
One almost got through.
Core might be waiting for Ulmer, who has now returned. Tizo down, sets up a portal. Ulmer somehow sneaks that throw in, seemingly right through some of the defenders. See, IDK man, I'm with you.
Why, that was all of them.
It's atrocious. It shouldn't be done. It's dishonorable. And you hate to see it. It is not the way that harps were meant to fly.
Such fervor.
Cacao defenseless
The accusers.
means uncontested opportunity for Core to throw this in, and despite that huge amount of rekindling we saw, Core once again finds himself capable of getting rid of all that Pyre life with one score here. From anyone other than Tizo, I believe, would be able to do it with one score. And Pamtha comes back just in time for Cacao, although Core gets the throw off. It's intercepted. Cacao waiting for a sap to return to enable the switch, like so. And the throw
Lots of will
for
behind that thrust.
3.
Now to the flame.
Ametha. Ooh, did the salute, but lost all of her sap friends. But speeds in. And there is the rekindling. As I said, it was 10. So one score for either player would do the trick. A sudden death match. Who will take it? No Pamtha for Cacao after plunging without prayer beads. So at best, it is just the saps. And that could be a difficult barrier to overcome here. As we have seen Cacao score many times with the Saps, but most of the time it has come after the Harp used the salute to help set them up. And the Saps are down! And that is the winning throw.
The Pyre hearts prevail.
Good game.
They somehow
GG.
managed to scrape
I think it was
by
my
despite their
out-of-bounds
adversaries'
strat that won
efforts.
it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Is ended. Until the next right.
We will not discuss this. I mean, yeah, you just blink out. It's pretty simple. But anyways, that's it? How have I not noticed this before? How have I not done it accidentally? Yeah, it's true. It's true. Alright, but I think it is that time. That time for none other than our final rite of the night, our Liberation Rite. So that, of course, means Ball of Solium, sermon and intro on, and never to return, usually, of the iteration. It's not all the way down. Never to return the version of player 2, and in this case, of course, that would mean the Accusers. No request for this one. We'll just have both players take their preferred teams and finish things off in style. Amir, please fix your games. It's fine. It's a feature. It's a feature. Totally working as intended. All right. Let's do it.
I bid you welcome, exiles. You stand upon the fall of Solium. You have this opportunity to prove your worth. Cling to whatever shred of hope you have. Pyre hearts, stand ready. Accusers, stand ready.
Alright, so as we were saying, this will be our final rite of the night, our Liberation Rite, so no requests here. Both players just taking their preferred teams. And in Core's case, that means leading off with a Gilman that has the additional jumping distance. Cacao goes for a ninja stowaway with the automatic passing whenever she gets banished. Core goes with the Web Lanthorn Messenger in the second spot. Then a Titan Tooth Lady River in the second spot. For Cacao, that means banishing, or rather, stunning, whoever that Lady River jumps into. Then Core also goes Titan Tooth, though in his case with Jody. Cacao doubles down on the worms with an exploding deluge, and here we go, our final rite of the night, our liberation rite. Core on the left representing the Pyre Arts, Cacao on the right representing the Accusers. Best of luck to you both.
Banished. Banished one and all. And there it is.
And there it is.
Hearts proved their
Good game.
worth.
GG!
An outcome which left little room for doubt. Thus ends the liberation rite.
As we were saying, our final rite of the night, our liberation rite. Thank you, Core. Thank you, Cacao. Thank you, everybody who participated in the rites today. Thank you, everybody who gave us the requests in chat as well, of course. But with that being said, I'm going to hop out of Discord here. And I will see you guys next week. And let's also boot them from the game. There we are. Alright, but I'm not quite done with you yet, chat. We'll throw that screen on right there. That was, of course, Pyre Community RITE Night, our final RITE of the night for Pyre Community RITE Night. So, it's the place for all things multiplayer Pyre. We're doing it every week. If you are interested in getting more involved in this multiplayer Pyre stuff, then the best way of doing so is by joining the RITE Club Discord server, which you can do by clicking on that link right there. My name is Lids. I'm hosting these RITE Nights, which, as I said, we're doing every Sunday. Other than that, I am starting next week, going to be streaming Mass Effect Andromeda Friday night. First time I have ever played that game. Never done it before. Very much looking forward to it because the first 3 Mass Effect games were my favorite games ever, so I'm really excited for that. Then Saturdays, that's Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. Sundays, of course, Pyre, RITE Night, as we currently are experiencing. Then Lids Vids on YouTube as well, posting the VODs for all those streams, so if you missed anything, you can catch it there as well. On YouTube, going to post the VOD for actually also last Friday, a couple days ago, we did our first ever Transistor stream. I think going forward, that's probably going to be more of a pure YouTube thing rather than a Twitch streaming thing, just because most of our typical streaming days, i.e. the weekends, are kind of already allotted for. So that's probably going to turn into a YouTube thing from here on out. But I'll post the VOD for that as well, so if you missed the first component of that, then you can check it out there too. Also doing some Gwent, the Witcher-themed card game. New events for that coming out every week, so lots of stuff for us to do there. Also doing some Thronebreaker, which is a Gwent campaign. That's on YouTube as well. Then I think that's about it. It's a non-zero chance we might sneak in a stream or a video or two of another game or two. New ones coming out that are catching my attention, but don't want to promise anything there because we have a lot of other stuff going on right now as well. But if you haven't done so yet already, of course, you can also hit the follow button to get a notification for when I go live. You also follow me on Twitter at LidsVids. I post there when I go live as well. But the best place to stay up to date on all things Lids is actually by joining my own Discord server, which you can do by clicking on that link right there. But that's going to be it for me for tonight. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And I'll catch you next time.